All right, they can now hear us.
Hmm.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to October. And I forgot I'm no longer using the controller for this.
You gotta play on fucking mouse and keyboard like an idiot.
Yep. I'll see how it is mouse and keyboard. I might not want to stream for 4 hours playing this game on mouse and keyboard.
Oh no, what am I gonna do? My carpal tunnel? It's gonna hurt. Oh, go ahead.
That just means I have to do my little wrist exercises pivot, which you know if you checked out the article. All right. So I skipped the opening segment because fuck that. But yeah, as you can tell, the lighting is very fucking different from usual, and I think you're gonna like how it looks outside. How to do this again? All right. So I installed a mod which made it so we went back to OG stats and perks, and also there is the whole Fallout New Vegas style of you gotta increase. Do I have the game audio on? You better pray. Interesting. Fallout 4 is not being picked up by anything. Oh, I think I know why. I mean, Among Us joke on the radio, but of course they did. They said sus. Fallout. Oh, that's right. Because before it go to system sounds. All right, perfect. So that means if things don't work anymore, that means I need to change things automatically. Gotcha. All right. Thank you for letting me know, Heavy Man. All right. So this might be an inst. Mm. Hello, coroner. How are you doing?
Sorry if I can't talk. I'm focusing.
I know.
Focusing.
I know. You're fine. You're fine. That game was a gag. Oh, if only. Wait, no, gameplay. I might have to exit out of Fallout 4 real quick for this to go through. Oh, you just finished classes? That's good. Okay, we're gonna cancel the game real quick. So this is Fallout 4, but I've added a horror mod. So we have the same one from last time, but I've added a new overhaul mod called Grim, the Curse. That one we're not going to activate immediately because it's a bit too rough at the start, even on normal difficulty, which is what I'm going to play on this time. So, Whispering Hills will automatically be enabled from the start, so we will see those Silent Hill creatures. They've updated episode 3. Last time I played, it was only up to episode 2. It seems like they get an episode out every like 8 months or so, if not more.
I would fucking hope so. It's been a year.
They've technically added 2 episodes to the Whispering Hills mod. Grim is complete as it is, so that one hasn't been touched in a while. Please actually work. Can you hear anything, guys, from the game or no? Because I can't move up or down on there we go. Yes, thank you. Okay. So, note to self, whenever I need to do this. Why is Pivot silent? No. The reason he's silent is because he's focusing right now. He's doing... Pivot can say if he wants what he's doing.
Aim training.
There we go, aim training.
Once I'm done, I'll be all talk and all bite, as the kids say.
I'll turn this up for you guys. Load. Back. Load. Yes. Grim is what they call. Yes. It means all bark, no bite. I don't know. Coroner says, "Oh, I thought you didn't need aim training."
It's a different thing, okay?
It's a different thing. What's the playlist you're playing, Pivot, for Aim Lab?
It's for Gundam Evolution.
Yeah. What's a different thing then? Hello, different
software.
Different software.
Hello, Fira. Hello, Heavy Man. Hello, Coroner.
How are you doing, Fira? How's everyone doing? Even though I know some of you've told. Yeah, no difference. Oh, I'm gonna get fucked. You're lucky I'm not there. Yeah, you'd be yelling at him right now. You're working? Ah. Hopefully you get a lot of progress on your work done. Oh, I hear him. I hear him. I really wish I hope they changed whatever that monster is called. I forgot what it is.
Siren Head?
Yeah, Siren Head, thank you. Yeah, he's right there. Because he's just a melee unit, that's it. It's so dumb. Ooh. We'll just put that to normal. Because I don't care about being a pro gamer. I've already beaten Dark Souls in 3 hours. I don't care anymore.
Oh, look at me, I'm Rikku. I beat Dark Souls in 3 hours.
I did beat Dark Souls in 3 hours. And only had like 5 practice sessions. And the game's not showing up. There we go. Oof, this is a bit rough right now. I might have to play with controller.
Hey, oh, please help me! I'm desperate. I swear. I mean you no harm. Please help me as one parent to another.
How do you know I'm a mother? Who are you?
Right now, I'm just a father trying to find his daughter.
Okay, you have my attention. Please, get to the point.
Okay, hear me out.
I love this.
I know you came out of that vault. In fact, I've been trying to get in there for a very long time
now. Oh yeah? Well, that is a good way to get shot. So tell me, why are you stalking me?
No, I'm not stalking you.
Ooh.
I need to see this.
Need to see what?
Milky Knox. Hello. Welcome. How are you doing?
I can't react to the YouTube chat because I can't see it. Also, you're not sharing your screen.
Usually like to be...
I can't see your game.
I forgot.
You're like, go pivot. Come on, be here. And
Also, you can see the YouTube chat. Just look. Oh wait, no, you need both
come on, you
things.
can see both. I don't have 3 monitors.
Shot, so
Do I look like a 3-monitor guy to you?
I would be if I could.
My name is Harry Manson. It's been over 12 years now
That was
since
Harry
some
Mason.
religious fanatics kidnapped my daughter. Ever since that day, the Commonwealth,
Hello, Demon Zuri.
the Commonwealth has
Human
changed.
Siri.
This fog, this silence, and, well, the darkness. Don't misunderstand me, the Commonwealth is no
Yes,
different,
Shira.
but this fog isn't radiation. And the abominations that parade through the streets are not mutated. I don't know how much they taught you in that
If you're
vault,
busy
but I
aim
doubt there's a
training.
manual for this.
Stop crying.
Well, there was a chapter about shooting
Mr. President, yes. I go by many titles.
Right.
Momento de hablar. I am trying to talk. Words are coming out as naturally as they can.
Look. You
Listen, I'm
want to
surprised
shoot?
whenever
Don't
anyone
care. Shoot
follows.
what I tell you to shoot, and get the hell out. Sound fair? I've been tracking these cult members for a long time, mostly waiting for them to make a move. Now they've stolen a baby from this vault and spoke of some unholy marriage.
Listen,
Probably some prophet.
when someone comes into this stream, they have to watch like 5 to 6 ads probably. And then what do they hear slash see? They see and slash hear me, alright? And I'm not ready for that. Because I don't expect a lot of people to go through 5 to 6 ads for me.
Dunwich Forest. Alright, it's marked on my map. I'll go there as soon as possible.
Wait. Before you go, you must understand something. You're looking for a door. Maybe just a hole in the ground, but you'll know it when you get there. Behind that door is a place called Whispering Hills. I've spied on these cult members for a while.
No, I am not prepared. I'm never prepared, alright?
Followed clues in the light.
He's right.
Apparently, they were talking about bringing them
I
to
am
place called
a
Whispering
winging it
Hills.
kind of guy.
Also mumbled something about a dream world
I
license, but I don't honestly
happen to make things work.
Rikku plans for things about as much as I remember things.
Also, I didn't want to interrupt the dialogue. Do you not hear this dialogue? It is beautiful.
I don't know how much of that I believe, but I'll go to this Whispering Hills and see for myself.
I'm afraid you need to trust me a little. You're the only connection to my daughter right now. Please help me. Who knows what these crazy people will do if they have their way.
Oh!
Rikku. You just got raided by a party of 34 people.
Yes, I did. Hello, everybody. Hello, Milganox. Thank you for the raid. Dick's raid. Dick's raid.
Dick's raid. Dick's raid.
I don't know how to feel about that.
It's a Dick's raid. Feel great about it.
All I can think about is like Dick's Sporting Goods right now. I've only been in there a few times. Presentate? Oh, okay. Hello. My name is Part-Timer Rikku. You may call me Mr. President. I do a variety of things on this channel. One of my favorite things to do to new viewers is gaslight them. But more importantly, we're more than 10 viewers, so that means you must suffer.
Oh, Rikku, no, why? People just got here. They don't deserve this.
Nope, don't care.
And now, the stars of
Come on, dude.
This is why I'm called Mr. President.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed?
God bless America. God bless America. Brings a tear to my eye every time.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight.
Oh no, Rikku, why the fuck do you... Apparently your mic sounds like shit.
Does it?
According to Psychotastic, to me you sound great as always, Rikku.
Why does your mic sound like shit? Interesting that it does sound like that.
The night that our flag was still
I was talking a lot of yours Discord server. Hello. Hello everyone. I didn't know there's an American flag. American flag and bald eagle emote. Oh, this is my favorite part. This is my favorite part.
We can't wait till your fucking viewership just tanks to 2 again.
Happy 4th of July!
Is that
from
most
all of
famous
us at
speakers
Four
learning?
Kids TV.
What they can't understand, though, is the American spirit. And this.
I love
Life is pain.
I love Japan.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not this one.
tea ceremony.
Yeah, rock.
Good
Understand, though?
I love anime.
And manga.
gaming! Oh, DDR.
Smiley K.
Sakura-kan ikimasu!
Don't just talk about it. Check out SakuraCon, April 10th through 12. Check sakuracon.org for all the details.
It's like doing a Spanish-speaking stream. Alright, give me 1 second. I have to hear what I sound like, apparently.
Excuse me. How fucking dare you?
What's wrong, Pivot?
Hola, yo soy Pivot. Mucho gusto.
Oh, yes. You are excused, Pivot.
That's so fucking
Psycho.
rude.
Psychotask is asking you a question, Pivot.
I can't read.
You can't read the chat?
I can't read. No habla inglés.
Okay. Yes, I can kind of hear what you're saying, Psychotastic. Alright, I'm gonna switch it back then. So give me 1 second as I make the proper adjust. Can you ban him from Discord? No, I cannot. Also, I say that jokingly. But then I remember I actually can't ban him because Corner took that power away from me. I don't know why. 1 week, no, for a good while, I was able to right-click on names and be able to see the ban button. And then 1 week it was gone.
It's because you would abuse it and ban me.
Dude, why are you being like this, alright? It's like
What do
you
mean,
don't see the
why
beautiful...
am I being like what? You're the one that's being like a thing.
Being like a what thing?
You're being like a you. You're like, oh man, why did they take away the ban button? I wouldn't have done anything with it, and then you would have banned me immediately the moment you got the power. No, actually, it's more in line for you to wait like 2 weeks and then be like, hey Pivot, remember 2 weeks ago? Ban.
Oh, that's so me.
How am I supposed to get away with everything if I can just be punished for it?
Rikku, can I ask? It's a 5-year-old favor. What is it, Psychotastic? Also, as I'm readjusting my microphone.
Are you saying it's a favor that a 5-year-old would ask, or it's a favor that is 5 years old at this point?
And then let me give you time for a long time.
Uh-oh. Rikku, if your numbers are going to be in the triple digits, you need a mod.
Pivot, get out of chat. It's not for you.
Why not?
You think I'm gonna question Psychotastic on this? On timing someone out?
I don't know.
No, for some of the people in chat.
How many
You are not welcome in chat, Pivot. It's not a safe place for you. Also, I should have fixed the audio thing. Oh, please,
You
Rikku,
should have,
remember-
or you did?
I think. Oh no, not on Discord. Give me a second.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Rikku would
No,
never
it's fine.
reach triple
it just gets
digits. You're
saturated.
right. He would reach 4 digits before he reached triple digits. Triple digits is too low a number for him. It's unacceptable, honestly.
I think it happens when you directly. Yep, but now I should have changed what the input was. So essentially, what I did was I downloaded some NVIDIA audio thing, and it's like, oh, AI learning. It'll learn your voice real quickly. I'm too close now. Yeah, NVIDIA broadcast.
Do you think that I want an AI to learn about my voice so that Microsoft can like record me and use that to like dub over the president? Hell no, Microsoft, you're not getting my voice.
You're fucking dead now, Pivot. I'm sorry. Enjoy what happens next.
What would happen?
Hi, Coroner.
Hello.
Oh no. Hey, Coroner, how you doing?
Shouldn't you be focused on your aim training?
I already did my aim training. It's done. I did the whole playlist.
What?
Alright, I'll head out and see what I can
Yeah,
see.
I did the playlist.
Thank you
What's the
so
playlist?
much.
It's
Do you need to know
like
anything
a
else?
big playlist.
It's not how it
Hello.
works.
So for those who are, the first, can I call her? Hey, Coroner.
What?
Someone wants to call you mommy.
What?
Someone wants to call. They're pleading. They're on their knees, Coroner. Oh.
Now it's a real podcast.
Sure, why not? When these two want to piss me off, they call me daddy, so fuck it.
Yep. I'll always remember. You told that to Pip. He was like, no, I don't want to. I was like, okay, daddy. And we're like, wait, no.
Yeah, Pivot kept fucking up my name, so I said call me daddy, but like the way you said it was like wrong. And I didn't like it.
And then all of a sudden, Pip's like, hey, daddy. He was so emboldened.
Yeah, it's just like, stop it. I hate this.
Just a little bit of confidence can go a long way. And that's, something that everybody should learn.
I'm sorry.
The only reason you got confidence is because I decided to do something.
Sometimes it takes a friend to help boost you up to the heights that you need to be.
Shut the fuck up.
Boost you mean kick you right in the fucking shins. Also, sorry, Milky. It's, you to get my, coroner, death spit, you need to send over, specifically, $1,000 in cash.
In cash?
To my P.O.
The
box.
mail.
And then, in return, I'll give you a vial of my, special acidic spit. And then you could do whatever you want with it.
Dude, you could put that shit in a squirt gun.
Bro.
Oh my gosh.
No spitting here unless they're poor.
I still want the, I want to know how it worked, but I do want to get the spitting emote, but I want it to be in, like the Fantastic Mr. Fox, where it's just looking, and then...
Oh, he looks at you, and he goes... And he looks...
Yep.
Twitches his ear.
Yep. Corner's
Chris's
low.
voice is low.
I'm bumping her up to 90. It was at 80 before. Let me know if it still needs to go higher
Favorite
afterwards.
child, God bless.
God damn, I guess this is what it's like being the middle child.
Also...
No, you ain't a middle child. Riku's the next door neighbor, and he's still second.
Yes. Also, they were wondering how you're doing, Coroner.
I'm doing good. I just came back from classes. Interesting stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah. Doing CSI stuff. A little weird.
MacLeod, we learned today exactly how, blood can be diluted to where it can't be registered by any type of chemical reagents. Man, that knowledge will come in handy.
Why do you love using your Yenta voice for any woman that exists?
Listen.
Yeah. Even me, I'm like right here. I'm surprised you haven't used your Genta voice for Rikku.
I do.
Can we?
Psychotastic, are you talking about totally not Luchito?
No, he's talking about Pivot.
It could be
Has a
both
great
at this
voice
point.
and should use it often. Oh, thank you, Demon Ziri.
Stop
Yeah,
it.
he got the smallest amount of
Stop it.
pivot.
His head is an air balloon, and
Think about it like this.
No. God.
I don't want to think.
Confidence is like a small little cup of gamer subs. Just one little scoop can change the flavor of the entire water.
Ad. This is an awful ad. You're not even being sponsored. Shut the fuck up. You're not even being sponsored. Don't even mention them unless you're being sponsored. I don't care.
Oh my gosh. So I thought of something.
What'd you think of?
So I don't know if I want it to be the follower notification or the raid notification. But you know Chowder, right?
Yes. Of course I know Chowder.
You know Mungdal?
Yes.
I want the voice clip of him going, ladies. Ladies. And then immediately Truffle's bashing him with the roller. Oh, ladies. Immediately gets hit.
That sounds like a pivot alert, honestly.
What do you mean?
Anytime you start being like you're like, oh guys, and then either me or Rikku like bash you in the head to keep you in check, honestly.
Cat with a megaphone. Oh, ladies.
How long ago was it since you saw them taking Sean?
You.
It's been nearly 10 or 11 years now. The trail would have gone cold.
This is
But
so
the noises from the
rude.
quarry give me a good idea what you might find.
Hello, welcome to the podcast. This is episode
Please be
99, almost
The
close to
darkness will come
100.
again shortly.
Are you going to stream the new Nintendo Direct when they reveal the trailer for the new Mario movie? I'm not. I would be. I don't have much to say during most of those things.
Oh my god, psychotastic. That's word for word, for real, how Pivot sounds
You're so
like.
rude. You can't say that.
Yeah, there you go. They wrote it. You can't say that.
Ah!
Yep. Those peaks and valleys are very accurate.
Yeah, exactly like the way psychotastic spells is how he says it.
Ugh. Ugh.
Oh my god, guys, I took a nap and it was like sleep. I wonder why.
I thought I could handle it. I could not.
We've told you you can't.
Because I remember being like, oh man, it's like 9:30 now, because my alarm went off. And then I was gonna be like, okay, let's wake up. But then in the back of my mind, the little fucking hamster on a wheel was like, hey dude, what if we got like a little bit more rest, like 20 more minutes? And then I was like, you know what, that sounds fucking great. And then so I laid back down, and then it was 5 a.m.
You're still here, so other people could still be alive
A
too.
real special case over here, honestly.
Hello, Seer of Neat. How are you doing? You're spooked? Ah, I see.
And I do need like 20 alarms, you're right.
Don't you have an alarm that literally shakes your bed?
I bought you
It
an alarm.
wakes the bed. And here's the thing, it wakes me up. And then the hamster wheel in my mind is like 20 more minutes.
No. You literally came to me and you'd be like, Coroner, I can't do this. And nothing in the world wakes me up. So I got him an alarm that shakes his fucking bed like the Quan, and he still can't wake the fuck up.
It does wake me up.
No, clearly it's not doing its job if you go straight back to bed. You know what you do? You set up 5 alarms 5 minutes apart. Wake your ass up. It's gonna be an earthquake on your bed.
That alarm can only do 2 alarms at once.
No matter how long it's been.
Then set it up back to back.
I think Fallout 4 is a good game when you mod it, and only when you mod it.
Wow, Rikku. What a relevant opinion.
I know. I know. I give the best of takes.
Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
Oh my god, Rikku, I love your straw. What does that spell? I can't read.
No fucking idea. I look for silly straw, and this is what I got.
I look at
that says LaCroix.
LaCroix?
You would know what LaCroix
the drink
is.
LaCroix. Okay, yes, I know what LaCroix is, but it tastes like ass. It tastes like the memory of fruit. It doesn't taste like fruit.
White girl over here would know what LaCroix is, of course.
I can't believe Demon Zuri said that my face is relevant.
You have tasted ass? I wouldn't doubt it. Fantastic.
Yes, it's just guys. It's I'm being hyperbolic.
Too easy.
You like to do that too much, Pivot.
Yeah.
I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believe Sir was going to present
I have played Skyrim.
I
didn't like it though.
I'm more of an obsidian woman. I love it when everybody in the game knows I stole a horse. It makes me feel empowered.
I've never been a fan of Skyrim job. Never once.
I tried modding the crap out of Skyrim once, and like I followed the instructions, but for some reason the mod just wouldn't fucking work, so I gave up on Skyrim forever.
Rikku. You know what you can play without any mods? Obsidian. Because Obsidian is wonderful. You just go from tower to tower, and you ignore that side quest completely. Fuck trying to save the world. Are you kidding me? Fucking steal. Go on the vampire quest, become a vampire, and realize it fucking sucks being a vampire, and then go on the quest to cure yourself. Go to the Thieves Guild, deal with rival thieves, and then get them framed. Save scum until you can open that door before them, then they try to frame you, and then you frame them. That's
What
the
game are you
quality
talking
of
about?
Oblivion. Oblivion?
Oh, you said Obsidian.
No. Well, Obsidian Games. Maybe made Oblivion. I don't know.
They did not.
Just shut the fuck up. Ass boy.
Ass boy?
Sorry, booty boy. Is that better?
No, not in the slightest, honestly.
Alright, I'm playing controller. I don't think the camera can handle anything faster.
I can't believe that Rikku has the power to just start playing 4 kids and turn 34 viewers into 9 like that. That's an amazing power.
Rikku has this ability that... Rikku literally is the kind of person that if a million people came just to, like, you know, be like, Dan, I can't wait for Riku's event. Riku's the kind of person that's like, if you can't accept me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. And he'll put out, like, the thing that'll ward off at least, like, 900,000 people.
Yes.
Like, so he could keep 100,000 that are loyal. That's how he's like, he just fans them out. He doesn't even try. He's like,
Because
he doesn't even want to give the impression that, like, he might be likable to, like, a normal audience. He immediately is like, alright guys, I'm gonna give you who I am at my best / worst. And he puts on the 4 kids, like, national anthem, which makes me stay, of course. I love it.
I know most of them are going to leave anyways, so I might as well make them suffer for my entertainment.
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
Rikku's the kind of person that says that wants to be rich, wants a lot of money, but he will not at all, how do I say, compromise his humor for that.
My vision.
Your vision. You will never compromise it for the sake of getting the dough. You're like, I will get the dough as my vision entails. Nothing more, nothing less.
That's the Rikku grindset corner.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's why I'm here. Come on. Yeah, me and Rikku, did you know the moment me and Rikku bonded was when he went on stream? And he went and talked about college literature. Code 4. I'm pretty sure that was AKA, is it doujinshi or like a hentai comics?
Yes.
Yeah, he's like, I was like, man, I'm the kind of person that I function like a fucking robot if I try to talk to people I don't know. I get very overly polite. So I'm like, dang, I don't know how I'm gonna approach Rikku about this. Maybe it might be too much. And then he talked about college literature, and I'm like, me too. What number code do you like?
Where are the
Yeah, because she thought I was innocent in a way, I guess.
No.
She thought that you were just like every other VTuber. Hi, my name's Part-Timer Rikku. I'm a say-so tuber.
No, it's just in general, I have you know this, Rikku. I'm like the worst person to try to interact with other people. I'm like literally have to be pushed forward to do it because I'm like, dang, it's been too long and I don't know what to say. Like I have I'm literally the pre-recorded answers person, and if you say something that's not in my default, I don't know how to answer. Rikku's every other girl. Definitely not.
Sorry, last year to make you the perfect ad for your channel. What was my last? What is my last?
Did you ask
tweet?
for an ad on your fucking Twitter?
He's just an ordinary guy.
Listen, I don't remember a lot of things, especially when it comes to Twitter.
I remember,
Random Robo was speaking the truth, I think was my last tweet. Where he says the colony drop was justified, Seek Xeon, freedom ain't free, space belongs to the space noids. And then I said, I love Gundam.
Yeah, that's all facts, though.
I know.
After one bad round, he quickly changed to I hate Gundam.
Yep.
Yeah, there one bad round. I hate Gundam. It's okay, I also hated Gundam for like 5 minutes. I was angry.
I don't know what it is about Pale Rider mains, but they hate the objective.
Oh, kits.
We've been at a Gundam binge, because that's my thing. I drag everybody into it, especially Rikku. I could have never guessed though that he would have liked Gundam Evolution enough to stay, though. I'm gonna be honest.
Rikku's always a bit of an Overwatch troglodyte.
What?
Referring to my video?
Yes. I had the secret leak Rikku lore, Chris. I got to see the secret lore.
Of what did he? Were you into Overwatch or something? Is that the thing?
What secret deep lore? That I was planning on making a second video? No. A third video, technically? I forget.
No, I mean, it was a third, because you had two. But I don't think you've ever shown your first two.
I've shown the first two.
Have you?
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I don't think you did.
Okay.
Either way, I never played Overwatch, so every time they're like, yeah, this character's just like the one in Overwatch, it's like, cool story. I don't know them. I only know them by their source filmmaker models. Sorry.
Did you know? Overwatch 2 has started encrypting their 3D models so that they can't be easily stolen for pornographic material.
Good luck. It doesn't fucking matter. Somebody will just make
Somebody
it better.
will find it.
Either they'll find it or they'll just replicate it and make it better. Because to be frank, they made their designs worse.
They did, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you mean Wrecking Ball?
No, it's just in general, they've just kind
No,
of like...
what Demon Zuri said.
Oh yeah, Wrecking Ball, it's a hamster, yeah. I remember I knew about that because I had a friend that played Overwatch. That was the last champion thing I knew about.
All Overwatch players like to do is complain. I'll be happy when Overwatch 2 comes out and then the complainers leave the fucking Gundam game.
Yeah, because then they go play a better game.
Oh my god. This game is so shit. Why can't I shoot close range as a sniper? I don't get it.
I fucking hate
It's so
I
shit. This is so shit. My teammates are shit. God, what are the lines for? You follow them? God, this map is so confusing. So crappy. God, why can't it be like Overwatch? I'm a pro sniper, only gold.
Didn't Overwatch have lines too?
Bro, like Overwatch, you gotta carry the cargo over. It's like, what, to stand on it? Like,
Listen,
God, I
I
hope they don't
also
do
have
that.
positive memories of Overwatch, but that's a long time ago. And also, I think I got banned on PC for being toxic.
I can see that.
I literally have when I say, for example, my favorite character in Overwatch aesthetically is Widowmaker and that gadget chick. I think her name's
Sombra.
Bridget. No. It's like
Gadget
Bridget.
chick.
Brown ponytail, a little bit buff.
I mean, I wouldn't describe
That's
her
Bridget.
as gadget chick, but yes, that's Bridget.
Yeah, Bridget and Widowmaker, and I'm saying I wasn't a fan of them because of Overwatch the game. that's my interest in them. That's about where it lies. I have no other information to be gathered. I don't care about the lore.
What do you mean you weren't interested in them for gameplay purposes? What other interest could there be?
Well, I never got to play it because Overwatch came out when I didn't have a PC or anything to be able to play it. Now I'm all moderned up and I could play it if I want to, but like no one's hot anymore, so what's the point?
Everyone likes to forget the sins of Overwatch. You know what I mean? Like every person is like, Overwatch is Overwatch is going to be a free-to-play game. That's great, but then they just kind of forget and look past the fact that Overwatch released as a $60 game that had fucking loot boxes.
Yeah, that's modernized loot boxes. Yeah. I mean, I have my critiques right now with that shit. Like I said, I'm hoping, really am, but in high doubts that Gundam fixes its shit.
It probably will. They're already working on... The main thing they're working on fixing right now is ranked, because that's the thing that's going to keep, like, the hardcore players coming back.
I've only done a little bit of ranked, and I can't play with stupid people.
Do you think people have memory? Well, I mean, I have long-term memory, just not short-term. I guess other people only have short-term, but don't have long-term. Corner will give me shit for that all the time.
Yeah, because you make excuses all the time. You go from, you can't judge me for not having a memory, ooh woo, and then the next moment you're like, no, I have a great memory, a perfect memory. Like you'll literally just say it at your own convenience, essentially, and I'm giving you shit because you're never getting that leeway.
It's not my fault that high school taught me how to just repeat the last 20 seconds of things that were said subconsciously, just because I wanted to fall asleep.
That's not by high school, that's you. You taught yourself that.
I go into the subreddit and I just want to see memes, but no, all I see is, guys, I have a problem with this, and I'm really not having fun with this, and guys, I'm really enjoying this game, but this, and this, and...
Are you talking about, what game are you talking about at this point?
Gundam Evolution.
Oh. Well, like I said, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, if you're arguing about the gameplay, I couldn't agree with that. I can agree with connection issues. And the ban for 5 minutes for being idle in a casual game is kind of rude. I mean, I got salty from that. It's probably not that egregious, but still, it sucks. But my biggest thing is just that if you're gonna make people pay, I wish it was more worth it. Or at least, like, you would think that you try to make the currency to try out or get a new mobile suit be easier. And also, your battle pass would be better, because frankly, Fortnite's battle pass is 5 times better than whatever Gundam's got going on, and I just want them to do better, you know?
Fortnite does their battle pass in a very strange way as compared to their old way.
Well, I like kind of the way that Fortnite does the battle pass, because if you don't like a portion of the battle pass, you can all you have to do is get the minimum amount unlocked, and you can move on to the next portion of it.
I mean, one thing I can say is that finishing the battle pass for Gundam Evolution that fast is, you know, nice. Because I remember playing Apex and barely getting like a quarter way through.
I don't understand, you guys. I can barely finish my battle pass.
You have 60 days. You're fine.
It's I don't know, man. I'm almost at 20. What's the max? What's the max in the battle pass? Really, just 60?
Mm-hmm.
That's a little surprising. A lot of it is bland. I will say that. A lot of it is bland. I wish they did better. And I'm hoping in the next battle pass they do much better with that. Would be how I feel about it. Also, get your MVP shit together. Why am I still not recognized for my work? I get gold medals and I'm not acknowledged. What the fuck? Guys,
yeah.
I've been getting on average 44 to 46 kills per game and I'm not acknowledged.
I mean, they put you on the scoreboard.
What scoreboard? That's not what you look at the end of the game. What the fuck are you talking about?
They put you on the big 3 screen, don't they?
Never. What the fuck are you talking about?
I fell into the trap.
I usually never find it worth it to buy ranks.
Buying game battle pass ranks. Granted, it was ending. I would say only get ranked if it's something that you really want and it's like the end.
Which like, seems like what they did.
Yeah, I would say to only do that if it's something you really wanted, and then that's the only way you could get it, because that's how they get you on that. But even then, I don't know. It depends.
It's like that time Coroner was playing Genshin and needed a bow.
Yeah.
That is a Wendigo?
A Wendigo.
Oh shit.
A Wendigo in the woods. See, Psychotastic, I told you they're real. Wendigos in the woods.
That Wendigo has a star.
Does that mean it's really hard?
That's an extra powerful Wendigo. A legendary Wendigo.
That thing is big. Do you want to go... Do you have melee? You want to beat it up?
You see, Psychotastic, you can always run into a Wendigo in the woods. See, I'm not choosing to believe it. It's there.
What are you talking about? Even Psychotastic's confused. What the hell? Yeah,
Psychotastic is confused, but I remember this conversation.
No, you
don't. Of course you remember it.
Yeah, suddenly you remember a conversation that only you know about. Jesus Christ.
So we were talking about fears, and I was like, yes, I mean, I have an irrational fear of the dark, because you never know, there could be a Wendigo in the woods. And then Psychotastic was like, no, you choose to remember that.
Psychotastic, he will choose to remember the most fucking asinine things. And, like, that is his choice. Yeah. This is a game. This is... To him, it's not a game.
I remember this conversation now. Pivot, do not start this again.
Oh, God. Ooh, what's that?
That is a Deathclaw.
Yep.
Ooh, nice.
With a Wendigo name. Pivot, just accept you lost it, please.
I remember that discussion.
There was no,
I don't like this.
That wasn't a situation where there could be a victor.
Silence. Switch places. It's time to switch places. So, are you excited for The Wolf Among Us coming out?
When does that come out?
I think it's gonna come out either by the end of this year or early next year.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'm excited for that shit. Like,
I see the Wendigo reminded you of it.
Yeah, because I remembered that they used the Wendigo iconography for the Jersey Devil, because if you actually went by the standard of a Jersey Devil, there is nothing defined except that old Renaissance thing that doesn't look that scary, so...
I was about to say, is that bitch running?
In the corner of isolation?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's not fair.
That's pretty fair, in my opinion.
Why? How's that fair?
That's where all you have enough room for you and your ego.
Oh, shut up. What are you even gonna get for killing this Wendigo, Rikku? What are you gonna get for it?
He gets 2 instead of 1.
That thing just killed itself?
It mutated.
Wait,
It
what?
mutated to kill me.
Did it literally split into 2?
No.
No,
It mutated.
It mutated. Radiation fucked them up.
Kobe.
You never learn of what you've done. That's why you're there. Excuse me. It's mean.
I'm making your ad. I can't wait for your cover girl debut, Rikku.
Maybe he's born with it. He's healed again.
Yes. But he's not healing this new damage that's happening. I don't know if it's going to be worth killing him, but you do get a legendary item for killing monsters like this. But Rikku, people can mutate, and they're monsters too. I know what I'm saying.
I mean, I guess. Maybe it'll drop SCP-323.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway.
Yes, you fucking do. You know SCPs.
Anyway, next.
Don't lie to me
left
just so
in
you can
this.
seem cool in front of the class.
I don't know by them. I don't remember them completely by their number. So it takes me a bit to remember. So when you start saying numbers out loud, it's like, listen, the only numbers I remember are my hentai codes. I don't remember.
From all the good
codes.
SCPs, you choose 323.
But it's a Wendigo! It's right there!
There's an IKEA SCP, and you choose 323.
It's literally a Wendigo. He's right there. If anything would drop 323, it'd be a fucking Wendigo.
I really like a lot of the SCP stuff that I've read in on or listened in on. It's been pretty interesting. I like the one that's like a 2-in-1. I forgot which number it was. It was the one that was a red lake. That monsters would come out of it, but then the other variant about it was the expedition notes about what happens when you enter the red lake. And like the other world that's there, which is really cool. But then again, I'm a sucker. Apparently I'm a sucker for otherworldly exploration, considering I like shit like Made in Abyss, which is like
Yes.
nothing but everything. It's like literal like horror. And I'm like, oh, what's in it? I need to know.
Rikku, if you kill him now, he can't harass you later.
I don't think he was going to harass me at all of how far away he was.
Oh god, get him, get him, get him. Look, he's running off. He's gonna
No,
try
he-
to super. He's gonna heal. He's gonna power up actually. Fucking blow a bazooka on him or something. Fuck.
323 doesn't have a human skull. 323 is a Wendigo skull.
That's it. I'm reading up 323. Give me a second.
I mean, Psychotastic is judging me. So I had to defend myself.
Yeah, okay.
If
this wasn't worth it, I'm just going to reload my save.
Yeah.
It'll be super worth it. He's legendary. Why would they drop him here near the start if he wasn't going to have some really useful item for the rest of the run?
He dropped meat and a hand.
Is that really all he dropped?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
What, maybe his hand is strong? You got a lot of EXP from it too, right?
I can get EXP elsewhere.
Yeah, but can you get it from a Wendigo?
I don't want it from Wendigo, only if I need to.
Let me see. I'm gonna read this because the actual thing is pretty short. SCP-323 is to be kept in a containment cell. I'm not gonna bother giving the whole description of it. The cell is surveyed remotely at all times, and any signs of activity are to be reported. No personnel are to enter SCP-323's containment cell except to be examined The integrity of its restraint measures. The restraint measures are to be examined bi-weekly. Personnel are not to be within its containment cell for longer than 45 minutes. Any communication is to be written in spoken language, written or spoken in a language other than English or French. In the event it breaches containment, SCP-3231 is formed. Personnel are to be evacuated to Site 91.
Hey, boy.
SCP-323 is a skull of an unidentified cervid measuring 55 centimeters, 27 centimeters, and 31 centimeters, with a pair of antlers measuring to 35 centimeters tall and 46 centimeters tip to tip. Growing from the left and right sides of 323. 323 shows signs of damage consistent with outside exposure, with regular pitting, scarring, and weathering across objects, bleaching up the upper surfaces, and missing lower mandible. The rear of the skull features approximately a centered ovoid gap, measuring 25 centimeters high and 23 centimeters wide, giving access to an interior space 16 centimeters deep. This gap shows signs of tool use, indicating that it was carved with tools, possibly stone. 323 displays the ability to react to oral, tactile, and visual stimuli. Testing has revealed 323 appears to have field view, similar to other cervids, and responds to visual stimuli from up to 50 meters away. Influential effects. It talks about its metabolism and drastic physical alterations. It'll experience rapid loss of body fat, body hair, pigmentation, blah de blah. It is a Wendigo. After all this description.
Also, pivot. Heavy Mean says you're now a pro gamer.
Why the fuck fight me? Bitch.
Is someone getting toxic?
Yes. And I will do it every single time a Kirito steps up to the plate.
Steps up to the plate.
Guys, we had to tell you the story about Kirito.
Kirito
Oh my
2.
god. Yeah. So we were all playing Gundam Evolution. We were doing a round, business as usual on that front. And, you know, we were doing pretty alright. I think we beat them in like the first round or something. And then a guy in chat named Kirito 2
Yes.
was shit talking us. I forget what it was he even said to
He
start
said,
it.
"You guys are no life loser team. Go touch grass. Go outside. Stuff like that."
Yeah, go touch grass. And then I think you said your name
Bro,
is
your name is Kirito.
And then he did, my favorite thing is that he's like, lol, King Pivot, Lamau, and the other guy, other members started getting in on this, and then another member who commented like, dude, why are you being mad at it? Why are you molding? And he's like, Mecha Deca as a name, Lamau. And then someone else in our group is like, oh god, this guy's a Lamauer. And then from that point on, he kept saying you're a shit team, and he kept saying that. So all in unison, everybody in our party had made it a plan that we weren't gonna let them win.
Kirito 2 was a sniper, by the way.
He was the shittiest sniper I ever met. And I was fucking losing it because of the fact that, like, all in unison, like, some of us that didn't even say anything in chat, like, Kirito had to go out of his way to put it on everyone so that we would see it. And so when that happened, we like wiped the floor with everybody on that map. I'm fairly certain we'd not let them even touch point. It was pretty funny.
Speaking of
My
Gundam
favorite
stuff,
yes.
did you know the
No.
the Gundam from The Witch of Mercury, the high grade, has recently released in North America, and it has sold out entirely.
Oh.
Fuck. The aerial Gundam, I'm pretty sure is what it's called.
All you can no longer buy the aerial high grade until they restock, and all the shelves that used to have it now just have gun tank.
I'm so fucking depressed. I wanted the gay Gundam. The
You didn't even put together your own gay Gundam. I bought you a gay Gundam, and you wouldn't put it together.
Listen, it's different. The new is a gay Gundam. The aerial Gundam is the lesbian Gundam. Please. I'm forgetful. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Sorry, Psychotastic.
Psychotastic, I at least have the patience to sit down and put together a model kit. I do it all the time.
Alright, time to do my favorite thing.
Your favorite thing is base building?
Put that damn
Nope,
Gundam
experience.
together, Chris. I probably will at some point.
At some point? I bought you this 2 years ago.
You did?
I just love building the kits. I think the kits are nice. I haven't built one though.
2 years ago I bought you this, and you haven't put it together.
It's been 2 years.
I even bought you a kit that you can use to put it together. It comes with a fucking X-Acto knife, the little snippy things that you use to cut it out of it, and a sander.
Yeah.
Wow, that actually looks fucked up.
What?
The
That.
vampire.
What vampire?
Do you
That
not see the
vampire.
screen?
I see her home. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the stream. Like the stream on Twitch. Now I see it.
I think he can one-shot... Oh, he actually lost limbs.
He can't one-shot you now.
He looks like a Nosferatu, dude.
Does.
He's a feral vampire.
He's a Nosferatu.
He gave you rads.
He also gave me a black powder. Absorb damages from grim creatures.
Listen, this recent Gundam has made me the happiest I've ever been. I was already happy that we were getting any new Gundam series after IBO, because they said that
If
was...
you get the high grade, will you put it together?
I'm happy that it exists. The main character is cute. She has Shiba eyebrows. She has little dotted eyebrows. And I like that, essentially, even though she's awkward, she at least commits to what she wants to do. Which, Rikku can tell you. Some of the, pilots experiencing a Gundam pilot now. So, there's some of them that are definitely on the lower list.
Nope.
On the lower end of the list here. Yeah. I put Benager at a solid bottom tier list, because one of the things that annoys me about Benager, I don't mind if he's a shit and then he learns to get better, because that's what I thought, because Rikku, it's been a long time since I watched it. I'm not saying I liked Benager when it first came out, it's just that I don't remember if he actually went through a whole arc or not, you know?
Yes.
As I'm watching this with you, I actually still don't know if he does. Because I'm the kind of person that's like, hey, Amuro was a shit. Though, to be fair, I feel like Amuro had more to cry about, considering that, like, his mom was a nurse aide, like, essentially would help victims of war, so she couldn't take care of him, and also just generally couldn't be around him without getting hurt, and his dad literally, like, went insane. And so essentially, he has no one. And so it's like, Amuro had a pretty decent reason to be the way he was. Benager has no reason for being the way he was. And he doesn't change. And the worst part is when there's people saying things that are that are logical, but Benager is supposed to be seen somewhat in the right, and it's like, no, you're wrong. and you're stupid.
And well, nothing makes people like Benager like putting fucking Riddy in the show.
Oh my god, they literally, I feel like in the light novel, I don't know how it is in the light novel, I never read the light novel, but I wouldn't be surprised if they were like, this guy, like, we gotta make it so that people don't fucking hate him at the end. What do we do? Add a guy who keeps wanting this girl who clearly doesn't want him, but make him desperate, like willing to destroy everything for coochie, essentially. And it's like, why? You have no idea. Rikku was like literally watching the show with me, and he was just like, bro, she doesn't want to fuck you. Like, he got so angry.
My exact words were, bro, she's not going to fuck you. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's like, Benager's annoying because it feels like Benager's, it just feels like Benager's a mouthpiece for something that he doesn't fucking understand. Why do we have to fight? And it's like the people that are posed as a bad guy is like not even a bad guy. It's like, Benager, you kill people. What? Yeah, you fucking kill people, Benager. No way. Yeah, take responsibility for that, Benager. You killed someone. You're not a fucking pacifist. I don't remember. We don't give a shit, Benager.
Oh yeah, Psychotastic. Apparently, you have watched Gundam. We are curious about this. Which one have you watched?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was something like Wing, because Wing was fairly popular.
That is an absolute Chad pick if you only watched Wing.
Boy band Gundam.
It is Wing! It is Wing!
Oh, I predicted right. It was Wing. Because of, yeah, it makes sense. I was wondering, I was like, Psychotastic, you watch Gundam of your own volition? It didn't seem like the type. So, I was curious. I was like, ah, oh, your sister, that makes sense. Yeah, Wing makes sense because Wing is, I wouldn't say 00 because 00, if it was a long time ago, 00 is a little bit too recent. And Wing is older enough, and also Wing was advertised to be more boy bandish, even though it wasn't, which is funny.
Question. Is Wing the one where the first episode, the girl invites one of the characters to like a party?
And then
he rips the letter.
Yes. And he rips the letter, yeah.
I just recently saw someone on Twitter post about that. I was like, that is indeed beautiful.
And my sister likes things for grown-ups, and she was 10. Wing is not for grown-ups.
I watched Wing when I was a fucking teenager.
Wing has like amazing animation and some nice character designs that I like conceptually for like Gundam, which is like this regal, like you're in space with mecha, but you're still wearing these regal clothing kind of thing. But in terms of like some of the actual things that are in the show, it's like, I don't know.
Psychotastic. Now you have to rewatch it.
She was 4. She's now 36. She keeps doing the same thing. Oh, I did not know that, Psychotastic. I thought she was your little sister from the way you talk about it. No way, are you fucking kidding me? What do you mean what's for kids? What does she deem as for kids? What, anything decent? What, you can't watch Studio Ghibli shit because it's for kids or something? What's up with that?
My favorite thing about a Gundam Wing fan is that they will never ever be able to tell you what the conflict was.
Yeah. That's not from Japan, that's bullshit.
But yes, Psychotastic. We must rewatch it.
What? What the fuck are you talking about, you insane person?
We must rewatch Gundam Wing. It's been years. It's been years since they've seen it. We must watch it again.
No, I'm not. You're not forcing Psychotastic to do no such thing. No.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Psychotastic refuse.
How can you forget Zex Marquise, Hiro Yui, Trace Kushranada? Those are names that I know off the top of my head.
Stop it. Stop it. Psychotastic doesn't want to. Psychotastic is serious. No. You can drag me into it, but you can't drag Psychotastic into it.
Fine.
Psychotastic will only watch it, I think, if it's pre-approved, like Peach Girl, for education and for the sheer drama and awfulness of it.
Fine.
Unless you want me to insult it all the way.
Oh,
I
dude.
mean, I wouldn't.
Do you think I'm not gonna insult? Do you think I remember this fondly?
And make you feel bad about it.
Literally, why do you think that I'm? Why do you think I want to watch it? Because I like it.
Psychotastic, the formula with you is that we gotta show you something that is absolute trash. Though I wouldn't recommend anything because I want it to be pre-approved by you, not suggest something and then realize that I messed up. It wasn't trashy enough. That's what I worry about. Okay.
What Psychotastic is talking about reminds me of why I hate trains.
What the fuck are you talking about?
A long time ago, when I was, when I stayed at my grandmother's house for a bit. I stayed there with my brother and my cousin. And every single, the only thing to do there was watch movies or go outside and, like, collect, what are they called? Pecans. Pretty much all we were allowed to do. And when we actually watched the movies, we would have to take turns watching it. And me and my brother would do our best to pick different movies every now and then. Not like she had a giant movie collection, but just to spice it up every now and then. Not pick the same movie over and over again, right? My cousin. Every movie choice that was his. Literally every single one. And we sometimes went through movies multiple times a day through multiple cycles. Because 3 movies doesn't last a whole day. You know what I mean? So oftentimes, multiple times throughout the day, I would have to watch lots and lots of trains. Over and over again. And the only other thing that I could do would be go outside and picking pecans off the ground that fell off the tree.
What the hell?
Invigorating. I'm glad we got this dark pivot lore right here going. DBZ, bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Excuse?
I love DBZ. It's pretty bad though. What? I love it. What do you mean? What? Why are you staying
What?
silent about it? He's saying
Who?
he's upset. Pivot. Look at him, he doesn't know what to say to that. Did you mute yourself? It's like you're blinking in movement, but nothing's coming out.
How could you betray me like this?
What do you mean betray?
Why would you
watched
lie to me about
DBZ.
enjoying it if you didn't like it?
What do you mean lie about enjoying it? I loved it.
But this doesn't make sense.
You need to
I'm
sense.
confused.
Why are you confused?
Alright, bloody mouth. We're gonna use chems this run. I need higher intelligence though, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna need like fun powder.
You guys don't understand. It's impossible to meet Chris's standards nowadays. God,
What?
I was working a mail job with her and she wouldn't stop until every single job that we did, we were given a gold star.
Oh yeah, the Kiwi game.
My god, this man is bitching about something that he doesn't know what he's talking about. You have no idea. We can't play the Kiwi game on stream because, like...
What? Was GT aimed towards little girl? What? I don't remember this.
Yes, Demon Zeri. Check Twitter. Alright.
Alright,
Yeah,
time to
check
get on
Twitter.
Twitter.
Trying to get on Twitter.
Bold, cute, and new.
Oh my
Oh
god.
my gosh.
Bold, cute, and new. Oh my god, I love it. I gotta retweet this.
Yeah, we're retweeting what?
I'm gonna quote retweet it with the hashtag VTuber.
Fucking god, shut up.
Gunsmith is that.
I'm gonna need to make sure to get some nice sleep so that when I come back from work on Friday, I'm ready to do my Abyss run.
I got the GT box set for my 10th. Ah, okay.
It's so weird hearing that GT felt girl targeted. It's kind of funny, actually.
Of course you
like,
want to know. Of course you want to know it's girl targeted. You're a boy.
They didn't mean for Wing to bring in a girl audience. It just happened.
What do you mean it didn't mean it? Did you see all those posters? What the fuck are you talking about?
They didn't mean for it to happen. It
That's
just
not.
happened.
That's. Where did you read that from? What
Also,
did you hear from
specifically
a
for.
Guy's News
Specifically, shut up. When Future Trunks was introduced, they also didn't mean for it to pick up a female audience, but it did.
GT was more about the adventure of kids and friendship, while Z was about Goku being a terrible dad. BB with Tiny Goku was about Bulma's vagina. I'm not gonna lie. You're not wrong on that one. Well, I don't know how far they went on that. We never sat through all of Dragon Ball. I couldn't bring myself to.
We ended up skipping and going right to Z.
Z was much tolerable for me to get through than Dragon Ball, and it was just because of the ridiculousness of everything was beautiful. I love it. It's like Goku. You didn't know you turned into a fucking ape when you were literally in the middle of the moon? No, never learned. My wife made us lock our kid and homeschooled inside the house, and he never saw the moonlight. What the fuck is wrong with all of you? Trunks was cute. I think if I was young and I saw Future Trunks, I would have a crush on him. Also, he has to deal with a shitty father. I mean...
At that point in time, yes.
At the time, yes. At the time.
Guys, stop justifying the things that Vegeta did, please.
Justified? He was right.
Chris, listen. Chris, listen.
I'm not listening to you after that. What the fuck are you talking?
At the very least, even if it was bad attention, he at least paid attention to his son.
Oh god, yeah, that left a bad taste in my mouth. Psychotastic when that happened. I was like, oh yeah, Bridge. Yeah, Bridge, fast forward thing's pretty good, and oh. Yeah, and then Future Bulma flirted with Future Gohan and then Vegeta, and that was weird. It's like, yeah, a lot of weird stuff.
There we go. Got it.
It was like a very weird thing that they implemented there, but I mean, at least for the one for Trunks, it lasted one moment and they acknowledged that it was weird, but it was still a weird thing to do, and then reiterate that by liking another, it's weird. It's still weird. But it's fine. We were through this. I have to think about that Bulma. I just think of Bulma as like the Jeff Bezos of the DBZ world. Literally, it's like, oh, Vegeta's not here? Oh, I mean, fuck it. I can raise my own kid. I literally have enough money to, raise as many as I want if I want him.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Bulma.
We're talking about a bridge.
Future Bulma, so the one in the shitty timeline, right?
No, not Future Bulma. She's talking about regular Bulma now.
Regular Bulma. Before, in the...
You mean when she hits on the kid she doesn't know she has?
Yeah, that, in the regular Bulma, yeah, that's what she did. And then, that's what Psychotastic mentions, they had, flirted with Future Trunks. But yeah, that was, maybe one moment until they told Bulma, that's your son, and she's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, she started hating herself after that.
Yeah. They did it in the future, where when he went back to the future, he was like, "Mom, you made a pass at me," and she was like, "I mean, yeah."
The future, so what was weird is that Future Bulma, or in the alternate Future Bulma, essentially was like, "Yeah, Vegeta's dead. The only Saiyan alive is Gohan. Hey, Gohan," and he's like, "No." She's like, "Are you?" And it's weird because then I had to remind myself because they don't make. I had to remind myself, Bulma saw Gohan as a fucking baby, so I'm like, bro, Bulma, bro, please stop.
Well, when most of the population's dead, you know.
Bro.
It is what it is. I'll fucking kill you. I'll fucking kill you.
Fucking Vegeta though, Jesus. I love Vegeta, but my favorite moment had to be in like the abridged when he was fighting Android 18. It was 18, right? Yeah, it was 18.
Yes.
And she beat the shit out of him. That was great.
When was Vegeta a shitty father to Trunks?
The future Trunks.
Future Trunks.
Yeah, but our Vegeta wasn't, though.
What other Vegeta? I'm confused now.
He's saying that Vegeta was never a shitty father to Trunks, only future Trunks, who is technically not his son.
Yes. Like, yeah, if you want to say he treated future Trunks like a piece of shit, oh, hell yeah. That's also because Vegeta at that time didn't wrap his mind around an air.
Oh my god. 18 is great. I love 18. At first I was like, what's all the hype about 18? Then I was like,
Literally just beats the shit out of people. Yeah, we like that here.
Yeah.
Chris, the entire time while we were watching Abridged, she was like, Vegeta's getting a big head. Break his arm again. Come on, do it.
Yeah, he was being such a piece of shit, and then when she was beating the hell out of him, they're like, is anyone getting in the way? Oh no, keep going. we're not gonna stop you. Goes on the road trip, yeah.
I loved Android 16, especially the bridge conference.
The only character to permanently die.
16 was good. I like the androids. The androids were fun. Well, 17, 18, and 16. There we go. Those three.
I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna ranger the shit out of that forest.
Yeah, I'm gonna ranger the shit out of that forest. What's that
So-
thing we heard? What was that? Country. I know what we're eliminating for.
The thing that sucks is that 16 does come back in the DBZ Fighters game, and it's canon, but it's not the 16 from the Cell Saga.
17, okay, 17, 18, 17, 18, and Future Trunks would have been my, like, all those three would have been my crush if I watched DBZ in, like, middle school, high school, or whatever.
Have you seen 21?
That's in a fighting game, and yes, she's also
Correct.
very attractive, but I don't know anything about her, so...
Bitch and she's crazy. That's her entire character.
Yeah. But those three together would have been my crush. And then if you talked about who's my favorite character that I'm rooting for, it's the actual family of Piccolo and Gohan because.
Oh yeah, Piccolo best dad.
Yeah. Fucking.
Like Vegeta just turns into like the best husband.
Vegeta does become the best dad. I don't doubt that. I've seen it with my own eyes, and it's great. I'm just saying Vegeta to Future Trunks, that's what I'm
Was a piece of shit.
Was a piece of shit, yes.
Oh yeah, no, I will. That is something. Vegeta's just the best at all. Yeah, he really is.
Technically, Future
he's
Trunks
not a
isn't
blow-up.
his Trunks, so.
Okay, shut the fuck up, okay?
That is not the argument we're making right now, Pivot.
Why are you trying to defend Vegeta right now? This was his past, okay? You can acknowledge he was a piece of shit. I don't understand why you're trying to justify it.
Yes, he did respect his wife.
Yeah. Yes, I remember when I think Goku and Gohan were like, yo, Vegeta, we're doing this tournament, you wanna come? You're gonna have to ask my wife because I'm waiting till she gives birth to the baby.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, Vegeta. And he's like, I'm not leaving until I get to see the birth of my baby. So the only way you're gonna get me to move out of here is to ask my fucking wife. Good luck with that.
Oh, that was so good when that happened.
I was like, holy shit, Vegeta. Oh my god. And
I
then
want to
he-
be there for my child's birth.
Other than the end of the Cell Saga, the only time that you'll ever see Vegeta caring about Future Trunks is in the Goku Black arc.
What? Oh, wait, that's like... Guys, stop! He's not...
Yep.
I'm sorry. I'm not sorry, that line's funny.
I know you're not sorry. Listen, Only the degenerates of Twitter hate that joke. That is literally just comedy gold on many layers.
Yeah. But no, I love DBZ. It is my favorite imperfect product. I love it very dearly. And it's one of those things where I'm glad a bridge exists because then I get the Gohan that acknowledges that Piccolo's a better father.
Honestly, Psychotask, if I could, I'd play Power Washing Simulator on this channel most of the time.
I mean, don't you have Game Pass?
No.
No.
Oh.
I don't have the game. But Power Wash is a game I would unironically play a lot of in this channel.
Power Wash is great, and so is House Flipper. It's like, those are
I can't wait for the Barn DLC.
Oh my god. I will literally spend
The house building will.
I
Look at this fucking decor. God, this is the worst. I hate it here. Oh, would you look at this? The colors don't match. Ah, Becky, this guy's a bitch.
We could do it as a family because it has co-op. Oh boy.
Wait, Power Wash has co-op?
That's the motivation for all of us to have Power Wash as co-op.
Wait,
yeah.
You're serious? Power Wash has oh my
Yes,
god.
Power Wash has co-op.
I'm gonna buy Power Wash.
I can't believe ever since Gundam Evolution came out, we've dropped fucking Warframe like a hot rock.
Because Warframe takes a long time to get the updates that we're waiting for.
Also, Psychotask, hell yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it with you.
Yeah. I never not loved Warframe, but even you have to admit, there's just like a lot of downtime.
Well, ever since we finished the main story that they've been building for like 7 years. Yeah, we're going to run, like, we ran out of content, basically.
Yeah, so we just have to wait, because it seems like they have a bigger thing coming up, but it's gonna take a bit. I have it on Game Pass. Yeah, I have it on Game Pass, too.
Yeah, you don't have
So
to
I
buy
have
the
to get
game,
it.
Riku, you just go buy a Game Pass.
Yeah,
Where do I buy a Game Pass?
If you buy a Game Pass for $10, you get access to a bunch of games,
But
essentially.
where do I buy it?
Xbox.
Oh, okay. I can do that.
Xbox PC, you don't pay for the Gold Pass. I think, yeah, just the
You don't
Game
want the
Pass.
Family Pass, you just want the Game Pass, yeah.
Yeah, PC only. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I can do that.
I would say it's pretty much been worth it. The only time I ever stopped was seeing that I wasn't using it very often that month, or I didn't see myself using it that month was the only time I started paying.
I'm gonna turn... Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys.
No, but
Yeah, I'll get Game Pass then. Fuck it.
Yeah.
I won't play Fallout that much this month. I'll play Power Wash.
Okay, I guess I'll download fucking Power Wash.
Alright.
If it's not Gundam Evolution, it's gonna be Power Wash and Fallout.
I think I said it was like the 3 games you're gonna expect me to play: Gundam Evolution, Made in Abyss. I think I said the other one was House Flipper. I guess I'll add Power Wash to that.
I also have to play Fall Guys because I want the Miku skin.
Well, Fall Guys is free now, which is bullshit. But they suddenly made it free now after all this time. Stupid.
Well, apparently if you buy it, you get all battle passes for free.
Yeah, okay. I was about to be like, fucking assholes made me pay.
I know, the
That
Mr.
has-
Krabs. It's a great shelf. I've built so many of them. I just
Yeah.
love them so much I had to build so many. And I
So-
feel bad for like 20 people that left this stream. They could have seen this.
Oh no. They put that, they put Amazing Cultivation Simulator on Game Pass.
Yeah, I'm not playing that shit though. But I'll keep hearing the same video of Seth talking about it for like the 50th time. That's how I
You just
am.
rewatch Seth over and over again.
Yes, I do. I literally am like, I'm depressed. I watch Seth as much as I watch Char's counterattack. It's just if I'm in the mood, I'll put it on. It's that simple.
Any horror stories while shelf building? The only ones I can think of are when I've been driving. This just reminds me I don't talk to my old friends anymore.
Well, because you have us, so it's fine.
Yeah, better friends. Good friends.
Oh my god. He called us friends, I say, after knowing him for 2 fucking years. Is it 3 already?
No,
Year
3 would be
we
next
met-
September.
Yeah, next September.
Next September, yeah. Dude, it's for 2 fucking years. I still cry about it. Oh my god, he called us friends. I could have never guessed.
Oh my god.
So, I live in a place where the winters aren't the roughest, but they're a pain in the ass. And I remember, one time I drove an hour and a half the day after a blizzard to meet with some friends, because they were all in town. And the roads weren't plowed yet, and the winds were still rough. So I was driving through, essentially, the aftermath on the roads. And that was a little horrifying because there was a few patches of ice on the road. And I'm driving on highways, and even going like 40 would be a scary situation. But, because that's not a good story. I'll tell you the one that actually pisses me off. So it's same premise. Friends are in the town I used to live in. And it was snowing pretty badly that day. Where even people in that town, while the plows were going, had trouble getting to this one house. I fucking drove through this winter storm. An hour and a half I drove through this storm. Got to the place. And I remember someone sent the message of, oh hey, I'm just not like feeling it. Like, you know. And I'm just sitting there going, it's like, you motherfucker. I drove an hour and a half through the shittiest roads, even highways, to get here. And someone was like, I just don't feel like it. And it's like they weren't even
feeling like it. I'm gonna tell you right now while you're on the road.
And I remember when I was driving back, the roads were even shittier. And I was on a 2-lane road, so one was going up, one was going down. And I remember when I was heading up, there was another car coming down. My car. So here, okay. So I can't rotate this. Okay. So take this board and turn it about 45 degrees. No, let's say 35. That's how much my car turned on the lane. So I was driving forward up this lane at about a 35 degree angle. And it took me like a minute to readjust the car so I was straight like this board right now, back on the road. That was terrifying. That's the horror story. Where here's this car coming at me, and I'm at a 30-degree fucking angle. Now you might feel like, why didn't you stop the car? Because that would have been the worst decision.
You'd slide, wouldn't you? If you stopped the car?
And I technically would lose control. So I had to keep the car going to try to readjust. And make it so I was 180 degrees and not at that 30-degree angle. But yeah, no, I... Just thinking about some of those things where it's like... I can't believe I forgot about this, where... A lot of the time I'd meet them, I was driving through pretty shitty conditions. And I always remember, it's just not worth visiting them. I remember one time, I went to go visit them, meet up at a restaurant. And I was coming back. I got on a call with Pivot. I think you joined a bit. I don't think you joined that call. But I told Pivot, like, it just wasn't worth it. I don't know why I keep thinking this is something I want to do. It's like, yeah, I could have just been hanging out with you guys, but instead I made the stupid
No,
choice to see these fuckers.
I remember. I think Pivot told me about it. 'Cause
Yes,
I remember
he told you.
You talked about that because you were saying like how you were like, I'd rather hang out with you guys than go out to visit them. I didn't know they did that though. Fuck
One of them did. One of them did.
That's so.
And I'm just sitting on. It's like you're just a piece of shit, aren't you? It's like, yeah, no, I'll totally come. I'm a little tired from what I did earlier. I'm not gonna come. Like, I've been anxiety ridden this whole fucking car ride to get here, and you decide to spout shit like that. You know what they did earlier that day that apparently just wore them out oh so fucking much?
What?
They went to the zoo.
Oh, that's rough, buddy.
I know.
It must have sucked
Like
having
what?
to see all those giraffes and elephants or whatever.
Guys, you don't understand. I saw a bonobo. My energy is gone.
If it was that bad, I would have told you not to come just for safety reasons, honestly.
Or just say you're not going to come early. Like what? I know. It's that person I really shouldn't have been yeah, no.
It's alright, he
Yeah.
has us. Don't feel sorry for Rikku. Just feel sorry that he has to deal with Pivot.
Hey, I'm easy to deal with comparatively.
Yes.
Yeah. But at the same time, Rikku can't just bang on your door when you're being dumb, so that's the con.
Corner acts like I'm the gremlin in this scenario, like how I'm the monster. All I wanted to do was take a nap. Lo and behold, I nearly get my door fucking kicked down by DoorDash with a box of Taco Bell.
Oh, yes, that's George.
He's talking about that again. I don't understand why you're upset, because that was during a time in which you were struggling and I gave you food. So, I don't understand why you're angry.
I will choose to be angry.
About getting free tacos. That's rough.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
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 It means he's easy to deal with compared to Stage. David's just quirky, that's it.
He's just quirky.
Just a little guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, look. Power Wash Simulator completed.
Good
Oh, you're
for
buying it? Oh, I mean, you downloaded it.
Yeah, you downloaded
I already
it.
had Game Pass.
Let me tell you guys about my class today.
Alright.
We had a substitute today. Cause, so I think I've talked about it before. A lot of my professors are still on the job, meaning they're either CSI or they're police officers or they are FBI, retired FBI or with doing surveillance, whatever, right? Essentially, they have experience and they're on the job. So, my main professor, she is in Fort Myers because of the hurricane that has gone through in Florida, you know. So she's going there, basically helping pick out and count the identified victims, essentially. Because people, you know, had passed. So we had a substitute today, and so we were doing, you know, photography stuff or whatever. One of the most weirdest things about some of these classes is that people don't understand that, you know, like, how do I explain this? We have to do a crime scene, right? The point of photography class for this thing is to be able to know how to properly get the right pictures needed for a crime scene. Now, am I great at it? I'm a bit dumb, but I understand the gist of what we need to do, right? For whatever reason, when they say make a crime scene, my group that I'm in was worried about the logistics of the crime scene. You have they're playing poker, would they really bring like 3 guns to the crime scene? And I just looked over and I'm like, it doesn't matter. Well, you gotta take. I don't know if this seems reasonable. Would they bet this much on poker, guys? This is a pseudo crime scene. We don't have to really think this hard about it.
That just
And they're like, I don't know, I wouldn't do that. And it's like, you could just leave the gun on the floor. It doesn't matter. They're like, why would they drop that gun? It doesn't matter. It just makes it so we know how to take photos of the crime scene. We're learning what mid-range and overall is. Come on, guys. You know? And it's like establishing photos. Go away, show what the building is, and show where the location is of the area. I messed up on that on my homework assignment. That was mainly because I've been utilizing my house for multiple different assignments, and my professor will refuse to let me double dip in locations. So that's
really.
Yes, so that's why I got mid grade, which is like a B, because I didn't show the overall, and the only reason why I did that was because I still wanted to use parts of my house for future assignments. Because I can't just, it's a little difficult, Rikku, to not be able to double dip. It's rough because I don't want to use my dad's place because I'll be annoying. But yeah, so it's like, this is photography class. This isn't set up a crime scene full of stuff class. I'm like, listen, if you're really concerned about the legitimacy of this crime scene, why don't we have bullet holes on the wall? Why don't we have fake blood on the ground? And why don't we have mannequins? Because that's not the point of our that's not the point of the assignment. The point of the assignment is to do an overall and a mid-range. And I was looked at like I was said something weird. It was like, okay. It's like, alright, I guess I'm a bit cuckoo about this. But that was like the weirdest thing. It was like, it happens so often where it's like, what? How does this logistically work? And I'm like, unless you're doing a report. If you're doing a report, then you have to consider what might be realistic to do. And then from that, you can reference off other cases that have occurred. You know what I mean? But if you're talking about a crime scene that the main focal point of the class is just your capability of taking photography or photos in whatever setting may be and making sure you have it for later to put on file, then no, whatever the scenario is, it doesn't fucking matter. What matters is if you can take the picture and make sure you know exactly what photos you need to be taking. It doesn't matter if logically they wouldn't be playing blackjack in the cafeteria. That's the location we have, Also, on campus, we have to say hi to, like, the new, police academy recruits, which can be funny, because since I go there early, when I get there, I get to see them do the whole, like, marching song. It's just like a swath crowd of them. I could see coroner arguing with their professor. It's completely different room. This one has a lamp. I'm gonna tell this right now. I wouldn't argue with my professor. I have no reason to. She's a professional. These are my classmates.
Chris, you remember, you're supposed to salute the troops. The EDF does what we wouldn't.
I say hi. I said hello. Nobody said fucking hello to the police trainees. That's because they're cowards. They're just like, hello, and I said morning. I said morning to them when they were all just funneling in. It was funny. I had that class, was done. The awkwardest thing is I went to go upstairs, and then we went to the classroom, and everybody is silent. They're so silent, I was nervous about zipping open my bag, because that's how silent you could hear it. But, like, I was heaving, because I was going up the stairs, and I had to bring a whole duffel bag. For you to understand what I have to bring for class, I have my backpack that has my notebook and my pen and my notes. Then I have my duffel bag that contains my camera, my tripod, and my ruler, and basically my photography kit. Then I have another bag that has all my stuff for fingerprinting. And I have to bring that all around campus. You know, basically one
Mhm.
duffel bag kit and the other one's a larger kit. And no, I can't just get a larger bag and drag it around. It would be inconvenient
Mhm.
because I would have to pull it out and then try to put it back in, and it's just better to separate them as well. But essentially, I went back, I was heaving, and then I just got anxious because of the fact that I'm the only one like heavy breathing because the classroom is so fucking quiet. And I think that was like the most nervous I felt in a long time. I haven't been in person for like a while. But yeah, after that, we had fingerprinting class, you know? And then the professor's like, all right, you guys know how to break off the tape? And no one commented, so like, I'm assuming you guys know how to get prints, right? Because it's advanced fingerprinting. Luckily, I know how to do fingerprinting because I took crime scene tech, which is like basically all the stuff you should know about, you know, how to work with the crime scene. So I kind of knew about the camera already, and I already knew how to do fingerprinting, right?
Yeah.
Bro, there were people holding their fucking fingerprinting brushes like barbarians. It's like, how are you gonna get a fucking print that way? They grab the brush, and so the way you're supposed to hold the brush when you want to get a print on something that is plastic or a metallic surface, basically not paper, not something that is rippable, you know, is that you use black powder, and then you use a focal, like this white focal brush, and you twirl the brush around lightly with the oh look, that's a butt. Okay, I was looking at the screen. Also, it's because I'm looking at Twitch. You twirl the brush around lightly with the black fingerprint powder, and then there you get your print. Then you get the tape, put it over where you find the print, make sure you put it all the way down, rub on it so it gets all on the tape, peel it off, put it on an index card, put your initials and name where you got it from.
Alright.
People grab their brush and just swathed it over like a paintbrush, and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? This girl grabbed her brush, her perfectly good brush. She grabbed it, smothered it with black powder, and just jabbed at the soda can that she's getting prints from, and like swathed it over. And I'm like, I don't know if I should say something. Like, does she know? Like, I'm like, these people should know how to do fingerprinting. What the fuck are they doing?
Should.
And then the other guy across from me, he is grabbing the brush, and he hasn't, like, so the brush is in a container. So when you take it out, of course, when you twirl around the brush, it'll look more like how it's supposed to, like kind of floofed out, you know? This guy grabbed the brush as is, so it's like still, you know, contained, dabbed it like a paintbrush, and then started, you know, softly dabbing it like it's a paintbrush. And I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And he's like, I'm just gonna dab it. That's how I get the most powder. I'm like, what do you mean that's how you get the most powder? That's not how you... What are you doing?
God, that just reminds me of my fucking class I have to go to today.
You have class today?
Yep.
Class every day in the weekdays, remember?
Except for Friday.
Yeah.
You just actually remember, like it's a question.
I'm not gonna answer that. Anyway. Yeah, I saw that, and I was like... I was upset because I was like, damn, I'm like kind of messing up on the tape portion a little bit because of like the angle of the cans and stuff like that, you know? But like generally it's fine. And honestly, I would actually be interested in either being in the photography part of it or being a latent fingerprint examiner would be cool too. But besides that, we were doing that, and my mind was just boggled, honestly, buck wild. This guy is like, so we had to put on lotion so that we could put our hands on like more paper material so we could use the magnetic powder, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know, the magnetic powder, again, is for things that are paper, so that when you put the tape over it, it doesn't just break off and fuck up the print. You know?
Okay.
And so you have to, reason why I say lotion is because it's, you know, grease. Put it on paper, it's gonna show up when you put the magnetic powder. So the way it works is that you don't dip your entire wand in it, really. You dab it a bit, it'll look like a brush, and then you kind of stroke it over, and then you could recollect the powder because it's magnetic. That's what the wand's for. So that's easy cleanup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fairly easy, pretty good. It's my favorite thing. It's my favorite method to use. Hold up. Do identical twins have the same fingerprints? Like, could you falsely convict? No, they don't have the same fingerprints. Identical twins have different fingerprints. You might have similar things, like maybe you might have similar whirl patterns, or like, is it whirls, loops, and arches? Okay, I got it right. Whirls, loops, and arches. You might maybe have the same pattern on your fingies that are similar, but a latent print examiner, the methods used would be able to identify the difference between the two. So no, you guys, two twins would have unique fingerprints. They couldn't pin it on the other one. Not if they already knew what their fingerprints were supposed to be in the first place, and if it's in the if it's already in the database. Got my brain blanked out because I was answering that question. Yeah, they got the magnetic powder. They stabbed the wand into the magnetic powder, and then just it's painful, Rikku, because this is like real material. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
It's just like, what are you doing? Like, I get it. They're learning. That's the whole point why we're here, is to learn. You know what I mean? But it's also like, we only go in person so few times this semester, right? What are you doing is like what I'm trying to wonder. And half of me is like, maybe you should tell them. But on the other half of me is like, I don't really want to seem like a narc. And I don't really want to seem like a narc and try to correct things that, like, I don't know. It's like, I'm just gonna leave it on their own if they could probably figure it out or not. So the teacher did correct one of them on, like, some of the things they're doing, but they still did it, or they weren't doing it, and I'm like, should I help them? No. No, they're fine. We'll figure it out. Hopefully. Another thing was just like, I can't take pictures. Why didn't you do the assignment? I couldn't take pictures in the dark. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean you can't take pictures in the dark? That's literally the point of this class. We can take a picture anywhere. What do you mean we can't take pictures in the dark? Are you using your... I asked him, like, are you using your tripod? What? Your tripod? You know, if you want for brighter pictures, you know, like the shutter speed, you know, like to be able to take those pictures and keep the lens open for longer, you could stabilize it on a tripod instead of holding it, because the longer the lens is open, the more likely that, you know, your hands can't... Basically, imagine if you want to take a picture of something, and imagine the click. There's two clicks. One when, like, you know, you take the picture, and then when you do it the first time, and then the end click to show that the picture was taken, right?
Okay.
Now imagine there's a 30-second limit between that. How steady do you think your hands are?
Oh, hardly.
Yes. So what you do is you put it on a tripod, and then what you do is you put it on the 30-second timer so that the lens can open up, then close, and that will expose more light to the setting. And that's how you can light up something that is basically dark, you know? And that's why we were given tripods, so that they could stabilize it but apparently they haven't been using their tripod. And I'm like, why did you get a tripod if you're not using it? That's the whole point of it. Like, because the idea is that when you're going to a crime scene, most of the crime scenes are going to take place between the time of 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., basically at night, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so you need to know how to light up the scene without a source of light, essentially.
Yes.
Or at least a proper source of light. You need to learn how to do it without it. And you can. It's just that you gotta grow accustomed to the camera settings to be able to know. You know, like, okay, the ISO can help brighten it up, but you get too much gain, aka too much, like, fuzz. You know, so it's grainy. So you don't want too much ISO. The f-stop, which I believe is a shutter speed. I could be wrong. If I am, I'm sorry. That could also be the aperture instead. I'm still a newbie. I know what I'm talking about. I'm still a newbie, but it's probably just that I'm awful at the terminology. But there's like 3 settings you can work with, plus the white. I say white light. It saw something else on my camera. You have to pull it up. Basically to tell you if you're taking a picture under fluorescent light or the shade or whatever. There's a bunch of settings essentially, but to give the excuse that you can't take a picture because it's dark is bullshit. If you have a DSLR camera, it's like an $800 camera for this fucking reason. What do you mean you can't take a picture in the dark? I'm sorry.
Sounds like your classmates just don't know how to use the fucking equipment.
There is competent people in class, trust me. They'll probably get a job before I do. But it's just that there's some people there that it's just like, you know, it makes me feel bad because, like, there's this woman there that, you know, she's a nice woman, wants to get into crime scene. Sometimes I feel like people who say they want to get into CSI might have wanted to do it. This sounds like a mean thing, but it's also not an uncommon thing that they got into it because it's like you don't want to be a cop, but you want to be involved in crime scene. You think it's exciting, and so you do it, but like you don't get it, you know? And so it's like I feel kind of bad because it's like there's this mom essentially who is getting her degree to go into CSI, and it's not that I doubt that she'll ever learn it. That's not the case at all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it's one of those things where it's like, well, then again, I don't know. It's a mom, so she kids and stuff. But it's just that something like CSI is like really serious. Not saying that. And it's not saying that I don't believe that she can be serious. Not at all. It's just the fact that it's like the way that it's being handled and the things that I don't consider myself. I'm not putting 110% into this as of the current moment. But it's just a matter of like, they might like it on a TV show. Basically, it's why CSI is so popular, is that a lot of people look at a TV show and think it's just like that, but that's not how it works. You can't, it's like people who think being a PI is like being Sherlock Holmes, and it's not. You know? Being a PI has its own limitations. Same with being a CSI. A CSI, you don't solve the case or anything. You're just getting the evidence. And sometimes you can make your own assumptions as to what you assume happened, but you're just collecting the facts. That's what you should be doing. And you should also know the legal rules of what a cop can or cannot do, or ask you to do. It's a very important job, and it's a very risky job, because also it's like, you have to be more technical than the people who should know the law, essentially. Because, like, you know, I'm sorry to be a little bit controversial here. The cops don't know what they're doing, but you do. And the cops are, like... The cops will want to do shady shit, and you will have to look at that and be able to say no, because you know it's shady. You know? Like, here's an example. This didn't happen here, but I've heard this story from a person who worked PSI. It's not a bribe. So essentially there was a victim that was in a case that was, I think, an assault case or something. might have been a homicide. And her superior, one of her superiors, asked her to get a sample, a swab, like, I think it was like a gum sample or saliva sample from the victim in the hospital. And she said, why in the hell would I do that?
Glad to help.
That's illegal.
Please, go on.
And the person said, no, do it. And she says, I'm not going to do that. If you were stupid enough to just accept what they said, you can get into serious legal trouble doing something like that. That's not your job, you know? And like, that's something you have to constantly be aware of in a job like this, because there's people that don't know what they're fucking doing. And it's just, that's just the unfortunate truth on that matter. Because to be a police officer, you don't need to go through a college education. That, I mean, that I'm a hot take on that. You don't need to go to a college education, and God forbid whatever limited education certain places end up giving. I'll tell you what, where I live, I know the department. I've talked to people in it. They're not great. That's all I'm gonna say on that. And that's like about the average that you're gonna deal with on a basis like that. So that's what I mean by saying CSI is important, because you need to go on trial and explain yourself, and you better have everything in the report immaculate, so that when they try to call you out on something, or a lawyer tries to like pigeonhole something out of you, you're like, nope, this is exactly what it is, you know.
If you look at the report, you'd see that it clearly states right here that no, you are wrong.
Yeah. I think police should have a to pass the bar in their state. Love out. I think it's just a matter of like, it's so annoying because of the fact that like, there is education that officers get, of course, and like, again, I'm not here being all high and mighty about stuff, but it's just a matter of like, there are certain people, this is an issue with both cops and military, there are certain people that shouldn't take those roles, and people are willing to ignore blatantly bad people for their benefits, essentially. And that's just an issue overall with like that kind of stuff. They like, there's like laws that, you know, I know, at least for my county, and an officer of that county you'll either get someone who doesn't know that law, doesn't know how to work with it, or like they'll try to play devil's advocate for a situation that's like very transparent, and you don't understand why they're trying to be on the side of somebody they don't fucking know, you know. And it's not even like, oh, it's a woman, or oh, it's a man, or oh, it's white. It's like, literally, it's like, why are you doing this? And like, sometimes it might just be because for whatever reason that day the officer decided to make your life difficult because now they decided to follow the law differently, or whatever. It's complicated to say because I don't want to do a particular call out on people in this, but oh god, it's huge. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Punch.
But they don't know what they're doing, and they always use the excuse that they have to take responsibility when it's like, a thing that you have to know, for example, when you're a cop, is that regardless of who you take in, whether you believe they're a good or bad person, you have to treat them all equally, and that's something definitely that the cops do not adhere to in any given capacity. Or at least not very often. Is an example of that. And also just people who, it's supposed to be that when you're a cop, you agree to put your life on the line, and many people who become cops, like official police officers, do not say that they're committed to doing that, but don't follow through. with that when they should. So it's just that kind of situation that sucks. Sorry, Rikku, and sorry to make this all bummer dumber over here.
No, corner. This is all part of the horror aesthetic. How soon can we get canceled? It's a dangerous game we play, but it's a thrill.
Yeah, but a lot of people get into this stuff thinking that it's gonna be like cool shit. Oh my god, like we're gonna do fun little fingerprints and we're gonna do fun blood stuff and blah blah blah. It's like it's not. It's like, yeah, I mean, listen, like it's not like. Here's the thing, for example, like I'm squeamish when it comes to like horror movies, and I'm squeamish when it comes to like fantasy stuff or whatever. But when I have to go and look at something from my textbook, or I have to look at a body, you know, or, you know, had the invitation to go to a morgue to see a dead body and stuff, those things go out the window. You have to be able to tolerate those things, you know. It's not cool to be near a dead body. Well, you have to be a psychopath like me and every other CSI person who has a job. But it's not, for the average person, they wouldn't be able to deal with something like that. And so it's not cool to be near a dead body that has been, I want you to imagine a body that has been melting near a heater for days. The stank, the wrench, the disgustingness that you're gonna have to see and take photos of, and the smell that doesn't go away for 2 weeks. You're gonna think you smell like death, and you might even do smell like death, and you're gonna have to just tolerate it. That's just how it be. That's part of the job.
We're all in this together, right?
And people do not understand that. They think it's gonna be cool, like, ooh, forensics. You mean I'm not gonna fall for a serial killer through his victims, and he would try to seek me through his kills? Oh my god.
That just reminds me of an article where it's talking about the new Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix special, I believe, or documentary.
Oh my god.
Where they try to make him more beautiful or something, or more attractive.
I like zone out anytime. It's like the way I feel about those things are the way I feel about like cop show media. You know what I mean? I can't like some stuff I could watch and be funny, like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you know?
Yeah.
And like if it's usually animated or it's a cartoon, I can tolerate it as well. Not tolerate, but I'll enjoy it. I'll like it. I have favorites. But it's like the same thing where it's like, why are you making a thing about this person, and why are you disrespectful to like the victims in it? You know, they did it with Ted Bundy, they did it with Jeffrey Dahmer, they're probably gonna do it with more people, probably the Mason cult leader fucko. I don't know, but it's just one of those things where it's like people, there's definitely been a high thing into like true crime. There's been a higher interest in it, but it's just so frustrating to see people who are like, yeah, it wasn't that scary, it wasn't that awful, like I could tolerate it. And it's just like, it's not about tolerating it, it's about that this was a real thing that happened to people, and you shouldn't be treating it like it's a TV show. This is a real person that took away people's families. Like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And that's sometimes you get those people thinking that they can be a CSI or they could be a forensic psychologist. Like, who's your favorite serial killer? I don't have a favorite serial killer, you psycho. You're not a fan of the infamous hacking scene? I don't know what you're talking about in terms of the hacking scene. Are you talking about are you talking about, I know what Jeffrey Dahmer did, you know, and it's just a matter of like, I've seen pictures of a lot of things. What? And I'm gonna be like, oh, I can tolerate it? No, because those are real crime scenes. Of course people wouldn't be able to tolerate it. It's not a movie, you know? And like, yeah, that's a movie, but that's a real thing that happened to people, and you're glorifying those people's deaths, so what's wrong with you? You know? Like, that's fucked up. I don't know. I have no idea. It sucks because then I hear the people around me, not like at school, but like at work and stuff, talking about it and like enjoying the documentary and about what happened. And it just makes me feel. It makes me feel so upset because of the fact that it's like.
No offense.
You could have done a documentary. Why did you have to make it a whole movie thing? You know what I mean? Why couldn't you just make an accurate documentary and discuss it with the family as to what happened? Like, and if not involve the family, at least just say the things, the actions he took and stuff. If they didn't want to get their names involved or anything, like, it's the respectful thing to do, but they don't fucking do it. It's gross. Just, But, yeah, I remember that was one thing that shocked me, was that I remembered being into, like, criminal justice, CSI, there would be people that would just say shit like that, like, oh, what's your favorite crime? Or, like, what's your favorite serial killer? Mine's is blank, blank, blank. Or, like, the Unabomber, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you? What? There's this one part in NCIS that like two people are typing on the same keyboard because someone is hacking them. It's not how it works.
I can definitely tell you that's not how it works.
I love whenever I tell them I'm in CSI, they're like, dude, are you like the goth girl from NCIS? And it's like
Whew.
Who the fuck said that, James?
No, that's a normal response I get when I say what I'm doing CSI. They're like, dude, you're like that girl from NCIS or whatever, right? That like gets the
enhance the image.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I'm just the diversity hire for programmers.
Yeah.
Upscaling resolution, enhancing.
Yeah. Me and Rikku have that thing where like we have the what is it, like the arm. What is it, like when we're like, not arm wrestle, but it's that union thing where it's like programmers, CSI, NCIS, and the hatred for NCIS trying to depict hacking and actual CIS work.
I'm pretty sure the most you do in that situation is just cut off some of the connections between the routers and the switches. I think that's the most you try to do. Like, you just try to cut off connections and put up firewalls.
Yeah. I don't know when it's
like it's you don't do that fucking. All right, I opened up Google's documents. All right, I'm in.
I'm in. Yeah.
All that from just fucking slamming the keyboard.
Rikku teaches you how to restart a laptop. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking pounding that keyboard. That's how you reset. Make sure it never comes back the fuck on.
It were literally the way they treat it is that, like, alright guys, it's time to hack into the mainframe and get the samples. Does the sweaty guy thing. Starts, like, sweating on the keyboard. That's, like, what they think it's like. And it's like, no, it's not. Dude,
No.
do you make a 3D model of, like, the location? No. What? No. No, you don't.
Concord was bad news, huh, Mama? You ever seen one of those suckers before?
I mean, the only time I ever... This will tell you how like, single-minded I am about this. The only time I ever learned physics was just so that I understood how the trajectory of the bullet and location of the blood splatter would be based on, like, using physics.
Ah, okay. Yep.
That's the only time, and that was my report to my professor. He's like, do something based on your career. I was like, cool. That's what I'm gonna do my report on.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do the hacker shit. Just open Google Maps. There you go. Honestly, if you wanted to get something closer to being able to find people's data, just like get a PI license. They know how to get that shit.
You want to know how they actually get that data? And you won't need a license.
What's up?
Just go to Facebook.
Really? Yeah, that's true.
I literally did an assignment. We were looking up CEOs and VSOs, I think, something along those lines, the higher ups.
Yeah.
Literally, we could find so much information on them on public websites like Facebook and Twitter and all that. Like, I learned one CEO's whole family and where they live and where they went to school. It wasn't that hard.
What about their records? If they had any past records?
That would still be public.
I guess so. I wouldn't know how to do that. I don't know where to look because all I know is that there's those shady websites that make you want to pay to get people's public records, which is bullshit. I don't know how to use that.
Neither do I. Maybe at that point you need the PI license, but you can find so much just on social media.
I'm not doubting that. I'm just saying that for PI license, it's mainly probably just to be able to not only get connections, but permission. Like, if you needed to get a security camera from a store, let's say, especially for something like a missing persons, you know. I've been outside of Bezos' house. I don't even need to open my laptop. He just casually lives near embassies. Yeah, you don't need a PI license for that, but a PI license is mainly, besides starting, like, the business, you know? Is, being able to get certain permissions that you wouldn't get as a normal citizen, essentially. God. I remember that I was looking up cases in which they were solved. Cases that the police should have been able to solve, me knowing the resources they have, but didn't, but a PI solved it. Believe it or not, that's fairly common. And then the police take the credit.
Oh. Yeah.
I forgot what case it was. I would have to look back and see. There was this popular case. This was ironically the PI's first case, and he did it pro bono. Like, he did it for free. Because it was a case in which there was this woman that, I think she was a, no. I don't know, she might have been Army, but essentially she was at a base, and, actually I think she might have been maybe even a drill sergeant, but essentially she got moved into she went to a different location away from, like, her home, right? And so she would visit this bar and talk to this bartender, and then she went there with her boyfriend at the time. And then the boyfriend, he hadn't fully moved in. He was planning on moving in with her, like, the next week or something like that. And they texted each other all the time. And so one day when she went to the bar, she just went missing and nobody found her. And so he called the police of that town to do a missing persons, which, key thing, because I even thought this was true, the police told him he had to wait 48 hours. No, fuck that. That's not true. They should be looking for that person now. And that's not a rule anymore. That's a lie because they don't want to bother looking for that person because they think it's a runaway. So that's a lie. Straight up. Like, literally, it's not true. And if they tell you it's true, it's because they don't want to look for them because they're lazy. Essentially that she went missing and that they don't know where she went. They didn't listen. And so he, you know, didn't know how to contact the family of hers. Her situation's a little complicated, but I'm only simplifying it enough so you understand how the PI did this. Essentially, when the police finally got involved after begging from the family, because the family was like, dude, she hasn't contacted us, she's not like this, and she didn't go to the base, and she was punctual, you know, this doesn't make any sense. She would have given a heads up, you're supposed to, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's its own can of worms. I mean, mainly from like the army and stuff, but I won't get into that. In this case, they noticed it. They were like, this doesn't make any sense, you know? And so they were like, yeah, look into it. So the police looked into it. The last place she was at the bar. And so at the bar, there was a sus person there. It was the bartender she talked to. The boyfriend they didn't talk to the boyfriend. They tried to do it by themselves, and they basically they would look around, but they didn't look that thoroughly, and the police refused to update the family or the boyfriend as to the progress of the woman's case. So they had to go on social media and blow it up enough that there was a light under the police's ass to solve the case. Which is shitty, that you have to go and ask people to help solve a case when it's their fucking job, and that's what they get paid for. But anyway, they did that. They didn't find much, and supposedly they talked to all the possible suspects that it could be, but they didn't, you know, they didn't know what the hell like happened, and so they just kind of left it there stirring, and like she was missing, they didn't know where she was, blah blah blah. Now the boyfriend said the biggest suspect, and most likely he's suspecting did it, was the bartender. Because he met the bartender before, and the bartender was a bit weird. And she mentioned that the bartender guy was taking her home. I don't know why this wasn't a red flag to the police, but he told the police that she left on her own volition later. And then, you know, that was it. And so they didn't look that much deeper into this guy. Which, by the way, he was Bad News Bears. Really awful background. Didn't look that much deeper. You couldn't ask why they didn't do that. But they left it sitting there. The family didn't know where their daughter was, and they're like, at this point, we want to know where our daughter is, and we want her back. So, here comes in the PI. This PI was a brand new guy as a PI, and he heard about this case, and he felt like the police weren't doing anything about it. He had a suspect, and so he was like, I need to solve this, because this family isn't gonna get closure, and the police isn't gonna help.
Yes.
So what he did was that he went to the guy, the bartender, you know, super sus. He did a little digging. He did a bit of digging. Turns out, I don't know why the police didn't figure this out. Further back to where the bar was, like in the back, there's like a forestry area. It turns out that the bartender lived in that forested area. He had like a camp set out there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so the last location they saw her at was that she went in his car, and afterwards it's basically like, yeah, we, you know, the story we don't know. So he's like, this guy probably did it. So what he did was that he started, as much as the PI, basically he said he wanted to beat the shit out of this guy. This guy is clearly something wrong with him. But he had to pretend like he was helping this guy, or that he was getting a lighter sentence or something, like he was involved with the DA to help him, so that he could get this guy to confess to more information, essentially. And so he posed as like fake documents. He would try to tell the guy like, hey, if you help out with this, they have a lot of evidence on you. You get a lighter sentence if you do blank, blank, blank. Long story short, this went on for literally a fucking year. This guy did all the footwork, got all the documents, got this guy to sign papers that he thought were like legitimate attorney papers when they're not. And you might be here like, isn't that illegal? Cops can do worse. And it's considered legal. But no, it's not illegal what he did. He did it just enough that it wasn't necessarily illegal what he did, and also certain things cops couldn't do, PIs can do, you know?
Like their job.
So, what essentially led up to, in this moment, was that this guy managed to be like, so if you just say where the body is, if we find the body, instead of getting for life or the murder charges, you know, you'll be brought down like 2nd degree or something like that, or like it won't be as bad, or you go, you know, probation or just lesser years or whatever. And the guy believed it. He fooled him enough into believing it, and he's like, all right. So he's looking to the forest, and he's looking for hours and hours, and they can't find the body. And the guy's like, okay. And he does a Hail Mary, lets the guy stay at a hotel. He rents out, comes back. The guy didn't kill himself, thank God. Goes back out, brings out a dog, keeps looking around, and finally, they find her body where she was buried. He found the body, and also the guy showed him where the body was. So then he immediately calls the police and says, hey, I found her body. And then the police said, okay, get the fuck out of there. And so the police goes there, moves the guy out of the way, and suddenly they make that scene their own and tell that guy to just fuck off. And essentially, you know, when they took that guy into custody, that guy was filled with so many lies, thinking that it wasn't going to be that bad. He just told the entire truth of what happened that night to the police. Like, without any worry, because he thought, okay, well, whatever, I'm getting a lighter sentence, I found the body. And because of that, he got all the charges, no contest, found the body, but guess what?
The cops fucked it up.
No. On the news, it was shown that, you know, thanks to the cops, you know, consistent, they found the body and they made the guy confess. No mention of the PI who did all the work to be able to find it. However, the family knows that he did that. And
good.
The family thanked him. And stupid, the cops, apparently for one of the cases when they took the guy to trial, they didn't even pick up all her remains. They were missing a jaw. They were still missing parts of her that they never picked up from the fucking location that they found. And so the family hired that PI to help find the rest of her body because they didn't trust the police to fucking do it. And so the guy went back, found all the parts, and that guy became very popular, very famous, well-known PI. That was his first case. And he now has a shit ton of clients because of it. I
mean, I would trust him to trick my murderer.
He got a lot more clients from that. The family thanks him for finding the daughter and finally being able to put, you know, her murderer in jail. Well, not jail, prison. And they gave, as a family thing, they still keep in contact with him, and they also gave him her dog tag, you know, because they thought that what he did was, like, extremely important to him. And he's still doing shit to this day, but that's just one example of something that's incredibly common, of just, like, police won't do the work, and so families have to hire PIs to do more work, because police don't want to fucking do their jobs. I could go look for the guy's name, but I remember the update he had was that he has an assistant, he has some extra people helping him with his job, and he has 2 canines that help with, you know, cadaver dogs, essentially, to help him out. And he still has her dog tag, and he still, you know, talks to the family and does updates. So it turned out pretty well for him at the end, but it was rough. He got a lot of criticism because of the methods that he used, but
who cares?
I mean, you know, like, it's not even that. It's just like, why are you gonna criticize him for? Like, the police had the worst part about it is that the police could have done it, but they didn't because they were lazy. All they had to do was go to the forested area. All they had to do was do a bigger background check, and they could have all done it much sooner and found the body much sooner if they cared.
So the guy would have gotten away with it if one PI didn't have a big old schlong.
Yes. Yes, that's fact. Yes, that is the truth. And the police took all the credit for it, at least in TV
In their
media.
reports, as far as literally everyone knows that he did it now.
Well, not everybody knows that he did it, but the people who know. I mean, the family says he solved it. The family is like, the police were shit. They didn't tell us anything.
I don't get it. What is you would think that police would be like, not that this is a good thing, but they'd be like, oh shit, a high profile thing happening in our small town, finally. But no. They're just lazy.
That's just how it be, man. It's just one of those things. I don't know how to say it. It's like, there is people who do their jobs and do good police work, but it's like, just as there's people that do that, there's people that don't do it. And this isn't a situation where there's good apples and bad apples. It's a situation where you make it way too easy for there to be bad apples. It shouldn't be, even if you say it's a 50-50, it shouldn't be a 50-50. It shouldn't be you get a gamble on a good officer or a bad officer. That's not how it works. Ah, my arm.
I can't fucking believe that they went to their tree expecting at least some good apples, but all they found were oranges.
Yeah, the PI was the orange. I'm gonna say that's a metaphor. We found it. We went to look for apples, but instead we found oranges. The only sad part about PI stuff is just the fact that it's not, like, a financially lucrative job, as you could imagine,
Mm-hmm.
Like, the best PI work you're gonna get is if you're working under, like, a lawyer who has enough money to get their own team, essentially.
Mhm.
Because really good, like, lawyers with money will have their own team, obviously. Because if they're defending you, they're gonna send a PI to also recheck that information, Technically, if you have to do the thing that, like, Edgeworth versus Phoenix Wright, the smart thing Phoenix Wright should have done was hire a PI instead of just relying on Gumshoe, but...
Well, I mean, Gumshoe was so bad at his job that it helped anyway.
Well, to be fair, Phoenix Wright did half the job, but Phoenix Wright logic, yada yada.
Phoenix Wright was his own private eye.
Yeah. It's funny because when you just do Miles Edgeworth, it's just CSI, essentially. It's less court, more CSI.
What's wrong, Demon Zero?
Going crazy. Oh, because of my ramblings, I'm sorry. I've been dead for so many years. I only get to talk now.
Demon Zero just found out that red Skittles exist.
Yeah, they've always existed.
Oh, dude. That reminds me of the goblet.
No.
You and your fucking Skittles goblet.
Yeah.
Coroner's a monster. She wants to mix in M&Ms in that goblet.
Fly has superpowers.
I feel that. I'm legally blind.
Goes into the corner, vanishes. Oh boy.
That happens all the time. Flies just... I 100% believe that flies have the ability to just cloak, or they know where your blind spot is.
I believe the flies, the swole flies, or at least the, the heavy flies, are the ones that are so fat that they just run into you constantly, and no matter how much you try to smack them away, they don't knock down unless you swat them.
God, that reminds me of fucking June bugs. How they just ram into you with all the force of their life. The swatter ran out of batteries? The
Yeah, they
fly
probably have an
swatter?
electric one. Probably have an electric
swatter.
one.
That's funny.
I was about to say, was it like a fan, a drill where you connected multiple fly swatters, and it was just an AoE of death?
You just drill the fly, you're like...
No, you have a bit on the end of it that has like 4 fly swatters, like in a windmill formation.
Oh my gosh. Taser swat. Yep. Hello, what are you? Let me actually put on my better shotgun. Ranch with I won't be. You might let more.
Just open the door. Yeah, let it out.
I thought that thing's name was the refrigerator.
Of course, you'd think it's the refrigerator.
I think this thing's from Resident Evil 4.
It reminds me of those big monster things from 7.
Saw you aim at it, and I was like, oh fuck, it's the refrigerator.
It's the refrigerator.
The refrigerator. It's so intimidating.
Dude, that's a rad roach right there.
Yeah, you're right. He climbed up.
Damn. That's creepy.
Yeah, I think
Is
it's
your
one of those.
refrigerator running?
Shut up. Rikku, can I tell you what Pivot told me while I was at college?
What did he tell
Oh
you?
no. Which
What do
part?
you mean, oh no? What part? No. Okay. So I was like, Pivot's like, you're gonna be bored. You wanna watch some videos? I'm like, what videos are you talking about? You know, I've been watching SpongeBob conspiracy theories recently. I'm like, what?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, like, have you heard there's like the skin theory? I'm like, the fuck is the skin theory? And he's like, well, but that's like the final level theory though. Like, first you need to get to like Mrs. Puff's secret, or and I don't know what the fucking other one was. Like Mrs. Puff's secret or whatever. But like when I heard him say all this, I'm like, Pivot, you sound like a middle schooler talking about FNAF theories right now. What's going on?
What do you gotta say about that, big guy?
I said that you have to watch like the smaller theories first, and then you get to skin theory. Skin theory is the final boss of SpongeBob theory.
Let me read to you what I wrote to him when he starts telling me all this. Give me a second. Let's scroll up. When he started saying that specifically, I said, Purple Guy is the final boss theory, so don't watch those videos till you watch Chica Chicken Theory and Freddy Fazbear Funhouse Theory.
Because she's an asshole. Like. She's a bitch. How dare you?
Make sure to watch the sister location theory. FNAF is fun. Because he was telling me, like, make sure to watch
Did you at least watch?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No, because I just
I went through all that effort to show you something fun, and then you just fucking ignore it.
Because I was at college. And then I came straight home to join this call, so no.
I get so confused when people say FNAF or FNF, because one is, you know, the Fazbear, and the other one is, you know, Friday Night Funkin'.
Friday Night Funkin' is FNF.
Yeah, and then there's FNAF. It's close. Did you get a legendary shotgun from that roach?
Yes, because it was a legendary rad roach.
I could tell you some real FNAF lore, sure.
Be careful, Rikku. You don't know where the refrigerator is.
I'll show you where the refrigerator is.
I still can't believe we didn't get the Demon Series art lessons week 2.
What? Oh. So the purple guy is actually named Dave, and there's an orange guy named Jack. Dave and Jack. Jack and Dave. Why are you giggling?
I just remembered those Jack and the... Sorry, those, what are they called? The... Fuck, what was that cereal called? Where cinnamon was the winner?
Oh,
Apple
I don't.
Jacks?
Yeah, Apple Jacks.
Jack is the brother of the child that was murdered inside the puppet. Henry, the creator of Freddy, killed her for fun, so she killed Henry as revenge.
I'm already confused.
Listen, how did you not read the FNAF light novel Purple Eyes? That's your problem.
Of course it's my problem.
Yeah,
course
and
it
then
is.
you didn't read the manga, Freddy's Fazbear's Pizzeria, or The Bite of 87.
Stop looking at me like that, dog. What do you want?
She's upset with you.
Why is she upset with this? I think she'd be upset with you.
Me, what did I do?
Because every single time you see her, you say she is an underbite.
She does, though.
No, she doesn't. Not always.
Not always.
Yes, she does. She always says
No,
it
it's not
underbite.
always.
Literally, it's the only way to tell where she is because she's completely, like, black, blends into the shadows, but then you can see her white underbite teeth. She looks like she's angry all the time.
And then you call Cosmo old. He's not even old.
He does look old.
He's not old.
Yeah, he looks old.
I don't like your tone right now.
You never like my tone. FNAF lore is wild.
A lot happens.
Yeah.
I remember I watched a video of those trying to sum it up all the way to security breach. I don't remember much that happened.
Yeah.
I saw one of my new favorite jokes.
Uh-huh.
You remember your own joke?
No, it's one of my. It's one of the favorite jokes I've seen recently.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Tell us what it is, Pivot.
Yeah, say it. Go ahead. Please. I'm waiting for the anticipation of this joke. Go on.
What girls think that guys really want is a cute girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. But we all really know that what guys really want is Atlantis, an ancient city filled with treasure thought to be lost to time. It's not as great when I say it. I'll show it to you later, don't worry.
You guys wouldn't get it. You guys wouldn't get it.
You wouldn't get it. I knew in order for you guys to actually get it, I should have sent it to you this morning. But you guys ignored my memes anyway. A fishing meme.
You send a fishing meme every day.
No, stop gaslighting me. Now you're gonna now you're gonna ignore it. Now you're gonna ignore my gun tank Jeb meme.
Anytime he feels attacked, He just pulls out the "stop gaslighting me" card every single time.
They do gaslight me. They do.
You gaslight yourself.
No, I don't. It's not gaslighting myself if I'm claiming that I'm being gaslit.
I should have done more.
Claiming correctly, by the way.
Those raiders pay for what they've done.
I'm sorry, was that a shotgun with a silencer?
Suppressor.
You know what, Demon Zeri? That is fair. I've seen that you've been posting on Twitter recently artwork, and I enjoy it. It's nice.
Hey, Godwood. Yes, sir? You never invited me over for tea. You haven't forgotten about that, have you?
Rikku, I just realized, and this is very late probably, that you put your drawing of me in
In my what?
your Twitch credits.
Oh yeah.
I was scrolled down, I was like, oh, and I was like, wait, that's me.
That me. That coroner. Not that I'm claiming to be coroner. That would be identity theft.
I'm trying to make it so that when I stream, I'm more me than trying to pick my predetermined list of answers when trying to be extremely polite to people that I don't know but want to make a good impression on. I have to try. Hopefully Made in Abyss will just tear me down while I get attacked by butterflies.
I can't believe that the chat is just gonna bully coroner for being killed by a stupid little weasel.
I don't think my chat's gonna be your chat.
You're probably right. I mean, even when I was brave, I was fucking bullied. It doesn't make any sense. When I'm a coward, it's... I just think that it shows the inequality in the video game community. I almost forgot the C word.
Uh-huh.
Did you see the thing about Polygon's new article today?
What article did they release?
They released an article now. They released an article today talking about how From Software has an issue with women and how Melania highlights it.
Who's Melania?
Melania, Blade of Mikola.
You mean what? You mean the blood rush lady?
Yes, the waterfowl dance lady.
Why is she a problem?
Apparently, it highlights their problematic view of women because women are almost always disfigured in their games.
What about,
you know, like everyone else? But
what about everybody else in the game? That's disfigured.
That's Polygon. That's, you know, I mean, they have to be right because they said, you know, it's problematic.
Hold up, I'm gonna read something real quick.
You know, the funny thing about that is Pivot. Let's assume that what Polygon says is true, whatever, that all women are disfigured that FromSoft makes, alright? Let's assume that.
I'm busy. Please, just...
Almost everyone simps for those characters. So despite the potential scarring or disfiguring these women have, they are typically beloved by the fans.
Even more than that, they're also extremely full of agency. Like, without an arm, she basically brought the strongest demigod to his knees.
Yep. So it's kind of like, okay, so is that saying that gamers are accepting then?
Listen, it's been about 6 months since Elden Ring's release. It's about that time that people just start calling it a bunch of things.
I think the one tweet I liked a while ago rings so true right now. I'm waiting for the day that someone makes a video where like Elden Ring, Splatoon, what's another game? Nier Automata are just called overhyped, and we're like,
boy.
and it's a 4-hour like video essay, like why these games aren't actually as good as like people thought.
When Splatoon was first announced, there were a bunch of comments basically stating that, you know, why the fuck couldn't we get a new Star Fox or a bunch of other things that like people want re-releases of for the Wii U. And the thing that people said, and another thing that people said, was that it would die very, very soon. It does not going to have any staying power. It looks like an indie game. And Splatoon 1 has outlasted Overwatch 2.
Pivot, it did die pretty quickly because Splatoon 2 came out.
That's true.
I hate you.
Why do you hate me?
Therefore, I am.
That doesn't make any sense.
But yeah, what do you call it? Apparently, Overwatch, Chris, has not lasted as long as Splatoon 1, because Splatoon 1 servers are still up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently,
Holy
yeah.
Shit. That's crazy.
Why are you being harassed by short people, Rick?
They're called mumblers, and they're Silent Hill creatures.
And I would have never played Silent Hill. I wouldn't know.
Neither have I.
That one tried to be sneaky.
You did. But guess what? He fucking failed. The worst part about most of the monsters from Silent Hill is that when you kill them, they barely drop any resources.
It's because that entire game is about running, not combat.
Yeah. But in this game, it's a little rough to do that. And still I've never touched it once. That's because you gotta find a mod you like and then be like, oh, maybe I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, I don't know.
The only reason I played this originally, back in the day, was because of Elder Maxim's coats. For the Brotherhood of Steel. That's the only reason I played it, because he has a nice coat. I want that. So I immediately bum rushed to the part where I could kill him and get it. I should have dropped charisma and put more points into intelligence. I don't know
What
if being in that
exploded?
a landmine.
You just fucking sat down to make soup and lost both your legs.
Yep. That's how it is here.
And that's
Wait,
how
did
it
the
is in
settlers here
Silent
die?
Hill.
I remember this being somewhat a neutral area.
Well, that's what happens when, you know, literal Silent Hill monsters are walking around the area. Also, that dang old man with a siren on his head. Forgot what his name was, though.
Yeah, I bet you did.
Every now and then, I'm like, am I funny? And then I say things like this, and it's like, yeah, I am.
My dog blew up. Oh no, and that car's gonna blow up. Okay, we're out of here.
Your dog looks fine. He's right there.
Yeah, but the problem is he set off that landmine over there, and that thing's gonna blow up real soon. I'm wondering why I'm not running and why I'm walking.
Your legs are fixed.
Yep. That's because I don't want to waste my energy in case I need it for something.
Yeah, like running away from that guy with a pyramid on his head. Forgot his name too.
Yeah. He doesn't show up, actually. You need to go to the other world, but... Remember the first time I played through this, I beat Pyramid. I'm still pissed about that. I beat Pyramid Head. But the problem was, you weren't intended to beat him. So, like, he just stayed at 1 health. And I remember, I hoarded all my ammunition. I made sure my stats were high in pistol, just so I could kill him. Nothing. Fucking nothing. And then it's like, oh yeah, if you take this one item outside, he may have a chance to appear. And I did a few waves of the thing. Now granted, it might be a slow chance, but I was expecting it to be a bit more. And I never got Pyramid Head to spawn in the other world segments.
Damn.
And I was like, I want his giant fucking sword. Never got it, though.
They really do be trying to keep you from having fun shit. Fallout. They're really keeping that Fallout lore, no matter what.
You're not allowed to have fun, even though Todd said you're supposed to make your own.
I never understood games like this, where it's like, hey, make your own fun, go in your own direction. Okay, but like, how about you put fun things in between them?
You can't just say that.
Like, Elden Ring has to be the only exception I've ever made, but normally I hate open world games. Despise them.
It's because you don't know how to make your own fun.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I don't buy a video game to make my own fun. I buy a video game so it can deliver unto me the fun.
Yeah, that's why you play Minecraft. Or did you forget about that?
I don't play Minecraft that often. And when I do, I don't play it very often. We played it for quite a bit, but it fell off super quickly after we basically got everything. Exploring in these open world games is fun with friends. I did it a bit when I was playing DayZ, like the actual full release of DayZ. But other than that, it's like, eh. I actually have half a mind to go back and play the campaign of Halo Infinite with a friend, just to see if I feel differently. Because, you know...
I'll never play another Halo Bungie game. I will never... Think about going back to it.
And that's not a Halo Bungie game.
I'll never go back to Halo. Whatever, Pivot. You said those words, now you're going back on them.
Well, I mean, they released... I already own it, so it's not like I can get rid of it.
You can. Just delete it and forget it exists.
It's kind of what I did for a while.
Yeah, here you are, wanting to go back to it.
I don't know. It all feels like... How do I put it?
Sounds like a bunch of hoopla to me.
I mean, yeah, mostly. At the end of the day, I'm just grasping at straws here.
But why?
It was a big thing. When, you know, I spent a lot of time on that shit when I was younger. And only to have, like, people run it into the ground just kind of doesn't feel the greatest. It even retroactively tainted the good ones for me. Because, being honest, like, games have gotten better over the years. They just continuously get better. Certain ones, anyways. To where even, like, playing Halo Reach, which is the one that I spent, like, what, 2,000 hours on? It doesn't feel that good to play anymore. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I've changed.
It's probably you.
Yeah, you're right. You'll take any opportunity to blame me for the problem.
I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like a you problem.
Either way, what even is this? Looking at fucking Demon Zeri, I'll make you the pie. Don't worry about it. But yeah, it's pumpkin season. Holy shit, I forgot.
Yeah. How could you forget your
I can
pumpkin
actually make
spice
pumpkin
Pivot with
pie
your
now.
UGG boots?
I wish. fucking men's Ugg boots don't look comfortable at all. Why the fuck does comfort only, like, why is it only applicable to women? I say, when most women's clothing look uncomfortable as fuck.
They are uncomfortable as fuck.
Most of the time, men's clothing is configured toward comfort more than any other thing. Just this in particular case, why can't men have the, like, boots with the fuzz on the inside? What? Like, literally, why is that only for women? You're getting shot.
I am.
Where are you getting shot from?
Down there. Apparently they lost me.
I mean, they won't lose you for long.
Let's see, mole meat. Do I want to go down there right now? I have it unlocked. I'll come here later. I need to come in for a quest anyways.
I've learned that most of the time, just more of what you like is never good.
Yes. That is a saying as old as time.
Yeah. Like, for example, thinking back on something that I actually streamed, and I actually, you know, completed to completion, as people do, was Subnautica. More specifically, Subnautica Below Zero. And Below Zero was hot garbage. Really bad. And most people were like, we love it, because it's just more Subnautica. And it's like, why? Why did there have to be more Subnautica?
Because it made money.
That I hate that answer. I hate that that's the real answer.
You're welcome, baby girl.
I don't even know what they're going to make next. Their entire, like, aesthetic is built around, like, ocean games. I'd be surprised if they move towards other things. There's basically already a Subnautica but in space style game.
Which is...
I forget the name of it, but it's some comedy game. Here, I will Google it just to get the name.
I swear if you lead me to a siren head, dog.
It's called Breath Edge.
Never heard of it.
Apparently, it's supposed to give you all the feeling of being in the vast universe all alone. Except it's also a comedy game, so I don't get it.
Ah, shit. Oh, apparently my settlers aren't happy. Alright. I'm probably going to end stream here.
Sounds about right.
I need to nap. And then I need to spend some time on the computer to get some notes down for class. Today's a study day. And I doubt most of my class is ready for that. I just don't trust my classmates a lot. I'm like corner on this. Like, I'm surprised my classmates don't know how to do fucking most things. Like, it was hilarious. Like, seeing some people not understand this concept. The following class, when all I did was just had to look at a video and okay, that's how you do it. They couldn't be fucking bothered to do it.
No.
They just wanted to keep being confused. It's like, my guy, there is a video there to help you. There's multiple sources.
That's the college experience, Rikku.
They don't want to help themselves. They just don't.
My teacher comes in and she's like, we gotta do these group projects because you're gonna have to work with people you don't like. And it's like...
I'll always remember what my professor told me, where We're going to be in a group, all right? And you have two options. If someone's not doing the work, you can either report them or keep your head down and just get it done. You got two options in this classroom as you will in the workplace. So you decide. And guess what I did? I reported them at the end and their grade was affected, but now I'm seeing them in one of my later classes, so I don't know how they got in it.
Bribery?
No idea, but I'm pretty sure they should not have passed the class. Because I remember most of the time we had to turn in the project for each checkpoint. We had to do it for them.
Oh,
and we made sure we both reported her as yeah, no, she didn't do much. I remember the one person put in so much fucking time and effort to fix things in there. And I made sure he got 50% of the credit. I got 30, and I think I gave her 20. And I was like, no, what this man did to make all of our lives easier, he easily deserves this much credit for the project.
Yeah.
And apparently, it seemed like he gave me a pretty decent score too.
Aww.
But I hope he gave himself a high score too. It's like, no, you took the time to do this. You deserve the bonuses or whatever. Because how it worked was, if everyone, let's say we're in a 3-person group and each one got 33.3%, that means our scores weren't affected. That one person did the work. If he got 40%, and the rest of us got 30, our scores would go down just a bit, but his, the points he'd get would be boosted. So he could get over 100% on the assignments.
Interesting.
But it was we each had to report ourselves and each other. And I'm pretty sure that guy got over 100% on that assignment.
Good.
Yes. He was a hard worker. I appreciate him for that. But either way, thank you all for coming to this stream.
Thanks for coming to our podcast. We'll talk about episode 100 next time.
This literally was just episode 100 next stream.
Yeah. We might as well do a podcast at some point, but that's just basically sporadic at this. It's just sporadic.
It just happens.
Yeah. Dude, Rikku, say goodbye to your fans.
Yeah, Russell start crying. I fucking remember. Peter brought this up a while ago, too. I was like, if you don't say goodbye, they'll start crying.
Yeah, don't forget to say goodbye to your fans.
Yeah, I see you, corner. I will work on new and more effective ways for whenever we get raided and have more than 10 people to trim that number real fucking quick.
How did that even
in a way
happen?
that satisfies me. I think Yura or Psycho...
Did it really happen because of the national anthem? Because I thought that hooked people in, honestly.
Well, it seems like most of them are Spanish speakers, so, know.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. But in case we get English speakers, I need to develop effective ways to trim that number.
Why do you go out of your way to try to trim the viewership? Well, actually, not why. I know.
Yes, you do know.
Yeah,
it's
just
funny to me.
It's Squid Game. For your viewers, can you survive until the end? What do you get? Nothing.
I want them to leave this stream going, what the fuck was that? I just wasted my time. And it's like, ha. Because, again, like I said, most of those people aren't going to stick around for 5 minutes. So I might as well make it worth my 5 minutes. Alright, everyone. I'm going to go now. I'm not going to put the see you next time thing. Because I'm just going to go pass the fuck out. And then I got to go study a bit.
Alright, bye.
Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you all who stayed. Thank you for coming. Bye-bye.